We're going live any moment now. It's doing one of those things where it's taking a minute. I hate it. It's horrible.
Nice background. You are muted, EA, by the way.
What I was saying was, oh, thank you. Yeah, I went to Comic-Con.
We're live.
Oh.
well, welcome to the King of Anime podcast, where EA tells us the story of Comic-Con. Go.
Yeah, like I was saying, I went to Phoenix. Well, it's not really called Comic-Con anymore. It's just Phoenix Fan Fusion. And I got some art pieces, and I decided to hang them up. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to hang up the rest of the stuff that I have. And that's not everything. I mean, that's just like a small little portion of things that I have. Just look at that.
Damn, you got a whole wall full of art.
I know.
It's very
I don't
sexy.
even have it all hung up. But yeah, it was a fun time.
Well, yeah, welcome to the King of Anime podcast, everyone. This week we have a horrible, terrible show for you. So before we get into the horribleness, I just want to remind you guys, I felt this was a good change to add into the show. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/King of Anime, and our Twitter, @KingofAnimePod. And also, subscribe to us, bitch. We need the subs up. Because, y'all, P. Diddy saw our podcast.
Did he?
He's coming for us.
He's coming?
He said the only way to survive the wrath of P. Diddy is to get 1,000 subs. I have no idea why he said that.
Just specifically 1,000 subs.
Yeah, he said 1,000. I guess he's a big fan. Or hater. So,
or used to be a fan.
So definitely share that out if you haven't already, or we're going to die.
Help us.
How are you guys?
Well, I just had my wonderful Comic-Con weekend. Sasuke?
It's me.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was all right.
Sasuke is in that phase of his life where he's always
Why am I
busy.
being called out?
Well, because he asked both of us.
Oh.
And I said mine. I was curious about yours, good sir.
Same old.
Okay.
I usually stream on the weekend, so just have fun with the chat. Playing Stellar Blade, Fire Emblem.
Ooh.
What else did I end up playing? Oh yeah, Persona.
How far are you into Stellar Blade?
I have no idea. As far as the last fight I fought. This is going to be a spoiler for anybody that hasn't gotten as far as Stellar Blade, but I fought the girl with the wings.
Girl with the wings.
Yeah.
You okay? So yeah, so that's about midway through the game. Still pretty early on, relatively, but sort of midway. Yeah, it's a good fight.
Is it true, Sasuke, that girls can't like girls?
Very true. That's not homophobia. That's just the way of life taught by Madoka Magica.
You both are girls. Girls can't like girls.
Fun fact, Satsuki, I've beaten Stellar Blade 3 times now.
You're disgusting.
I got every ending. I platinumed the game. I got all the trophies.
I saw him platinum it too.
That's a gross man.
What do you mean gross? What did I do?
Well, let's just say I know why you finished the game 3 times in a row.
Because he had to finish.
Yeah.
Are you saying I'm jerking off to Stellar Blade?
I'm not saying you're not.
Oh my god, Eve, wear that fluffy bunny outfit more. I can't see any detail of you at all.
You talking about the teddy bear outfit?
Yeah. It's a good outfit. Anyways, Decrepit Storm, how you doing? Elizabeth, happy Memorial Day. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Hope everyone
happy
is doing
Memorial
well.
Day. Absolutely. I got to speak with Decrepit Storm for the first time in your chat last night.
That was the first time?
Maybe. Unless Decrepit Storm says, "You idiot, EA, we've talked like dozens of times. You don't remember me?"
I told him last night, I said he should have replaced me on the podcast, and I still stand by that.
He did. And I feel like he has an Irish accent, unless I'm just a complete idiot when it comes to that, too.
It sounded like a cross between Austrian and Canadian to me.
Well, I guess we'll find out. But
it's very polite, but also very like he had like a really cool accent. It was very weird. I didn't understand it. I was confused.
He just spoke, and you were just like smiling and nodding, just like, I don't know what he's saying.
Well, I guess it is time to get into the news.
We got something to never give you the blues. Now let's get ready for the KOA.
It's Miracle!
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So first things first. The teaser for Sakamoto Days got revealed. It is supposed to release in January 2025. So I guess at this point now, two seasons later it'll be released. So the whole news about it being released this year, not true, which is good. It gives them a lot more time to get things started with that. But I looked at the teaser. It just looks alright. It doesn't look.
Yeah, it's your standard teaser.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like it's going to be crazy. So, I mean, it still should be fun either way. But Sakamoto Days is a series where I feel it's in the same boat as One Punch Man. Not every anime needs stellar animation for it to be great, but I think Sakamoto Days does if you're going to compare it to the manga, because the manga sets the bar up very high with not just the art or the designs, it's just the choreography. Like scene to scene is just so dynamic and eye-catching. So for it to not translate in anime form, it takes a lot away from the series. But we haven't seen any. We haven't really seen much. So, but that's just my first impressions of it.
This trailer was very Spy Family-ish. Is this from the creator of Spy Family?
No.
Dang. Because they were really going for that Spy Family vibe with this. They had the music, just the way all the graphics were used. I think they were using like royalty-free generic graphics, but that's what I got from it. But it looks really cool. I'm very glad Kobeni has returned to, for some reason, Sakamoto Days. I didn't know that she got a new job. It looks like she quit public safety and decided to marry like an assassin action man of some kind. I was very confused, but MILF Kobeni for the win.
Good for her.
Can we also give it up for Fat Old Man for the win?
Yeah.
With glasses and beards. We need more anime characters with fat old men with glasses and beards. Specifically.
I agree. We're all getting there one day.
That way I can cosplay as this guy.
Just walk in there. It's not even a cosplay. Just walk.
He's like, oh my god, are you cosplaying as that one guy?
Sakamoto!
No.
What?
Just got lost.
No.
Just got lost.
My name's EA.
I was just walking through. Can I get your picture?
Okay.
All right.
Are you a fan of KOA?
We have a podcast.
You're unintentionally just like Sakamoto. So in character. Just the guy.
Just trying to order my goddamn food.
He said the line. His catchphrase.
That's his catchphrase. Just trying to order my goddamn food. I totally did it.
Yeah. By the way, this was the first time I've ever seen what Sakamoto Days really looks like. I was very surprised to find it looks almost nothing like Beaten Motion. Sort of disappointed there, but
0 out of 10.
What do you mean 0 out of 10?
I'm saying Sakamoto Days is a 0 out of 10 now.
Oh. Thought we were insulting me for a second. Carp says hello. How you doing,
That's
Carp?
later.
Hello, Carp.
QRW6 says, what up, KOA? Happy Memorial Day. I watched the last Gundam UC movie. It brought back the nostalgia and forget how scared the Xeon are about Gundam since they call it the White Devil. Decrepit Storm says, I always try to create confusion. QRW6 hopes they remake the old arcs of Gundam. I as well. I think they should make more Gundam anime in the style of Gundam Witch of Mercury, and I think they may do Mobile Fighter G Gundam again. I hope they do. Decrepit Storm also says, that video you just uploaded was peak content. You can thank EA for that one.
I made that. It's my love for Smiling Friends and, of course, this channel too. So definitely get it some traction because it's all smile. And then I just happened to use the clip of
I can't wait to get canceled.
Of C Tactics saying, I'm gonna open palm smack that bitch. And me and Sasuke just losing our collective minds, just going, why would he do that?
Yeah, that's you know me trying to create comedy out here. I'm a comedian. Anyways, continue on with the news, Sasuke. Sorry.
Oshino Cole promo video, cast reveal, and is slated to release July 3rd. So everybody is excited for season 2 of Oshino Cole. You're going to get your Kana. You're going to get your Kanas back. You're going to get your Rubies back. Your Aquas back. The less famous Aqua, and
Killer Pass this week for Oshinoko. I'm killing it. What about you guys?
No, we gotta watch it.
Yeah,
we're locked in for at least 3 episodes.
We are locked in, and I still want that gas. Yes, and you had better deliver, C Tactics.
Are we going to keep watching it until we get to the incest arc? Because I feel like we got to.
The anime wouldn't reach wherever the manga.
Yeah, we probably got to watch another season to get to incest, which is unfortunate because we have to watch another season.
Somebody clip that. Watch another season to get to incest.
I don't know. Everything I see about this manga now just makes me so disappointed. And I know it's like not even close to the bad stuff yet. And I know it's kind of memey and funny, but I
already have my issues with it, and it's not anything to do with the whole incest thing.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see, because it was a lot of things I liked, but there was some things I was a little wary on. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. However, season 2 performs.
We'll see more Kana doing things for the first time.
I mean, Kana's great.
playing baseball.
My issues are Ruby and her breast milk.
What?
Remember she drank her mother's breast milk and got turned on by it as a kid?
Yeah. That was very concerning, and it was only episode 1.
That author, man, he is one kinky fellow. He's about as kinky as Oda, most likely.
Well, Light Ruler just reassured us and said season 2 will have no incest. I can promise that, which means he's done some research for us. So thank you, Light Ruler. You are a saint.
We got the creative director behind Oshinoko season 2 in here, Light Ruler.
Yeah, there he is.
Dang. Well, sorry, Satsuki. Please continue. I'm interrupting you repeatedly.
No, you're good.
Let's mute this man.
Yeah, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Makoto Ojiro's, and I found this out like a couple of days ago. I thought she wrote this series, but she just does the art. So it's somebody else that actually writes a series, but that's a whole different story. She is the mangaka for Insomniacs After School anime that I don't know if C finished it, but me and Ian enjoyed it.
I may have. I don't remember.
This man doesn't finish episode 4 of KonoSuba. I don't think he finished. I don't think he finished fucking Insomniacs.
I don't think I finished Oshinoko.
Well, guess who's gonna finish it now?
Well,
I guess I gotta.
she does the art for a lesser known series called Hoshino-kun, Please Follow My Lead, and it is ending in one volume. I read a little bit of it. I showed you guys the because when it first came out, I think I showed you guys like the spread for it when it came out, and it looked good.
I think so.
And I read a bit of it, and honestly, it just wasn't. It wasn't appealing, and I didn't realize it wasn't her, or she wasn't writing it. So when I was reading, I was like, "This is so much different from Insomniacs After School." I was like, I expected so much better, and then I found out a couple days later that she just did the art, and I went, "That explains everything. That's why it wasn't good."
Mm-hmm.
All right, okay.
So it's ending after one volume. We're gonna be friends. You know what? Never mind. I'm moving away. See ya.
To all those people that own that one volume, you got a collector's item that nobody wants.
The story is basically if you had the plot of Nagatoro, like the first episode of Nagatoro,
Okay.
and it kept being like that, where like the girl was actually kind of just mean,
Just as mean spirited, not
Yeah.
teasing.
yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure since it's a rom-com, it's supposed to work into her actually having hidden feelings or something like that. But literally, the girl kind of extorts the dude in the first
Jesus.
chapter.
I
And
know
it's
how it
just-
ends.
Just dead.
Yeah, he just fucking dies. He's just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then that's how it ends.
Yeah, it just it wasn't that great. Now, every manga needs time, even manga that don't have like the greatest of premises. But I'm not going to really miss it like that. But hopefully the mangaka can the actual story writer that is gets back on track with better story. Get back into the loud. I saw the potential in it. I just don't think the setup was that great, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And Nagatoro didn't get a pass for bullying. You could say it was bullying in the first episode, but it was more teasing. The people that were bullying, I just call him Paizen, even though he has a real name. The people who was bullying him were Gamo, Yoshi, and the rest of them. That's bullying. What Nagatoro was doing was more just teasing.
And she defends him when they start bullying him.
Yeah.
Now Nagatoro is at a good point now in the manga.
This is some nerd stuff happening right here, everyone.
I usually read Nagatoro and like when it builds up like 10 chapters, then I read it because I don't like to read it.
I'm sorry, but it is good stuff.
This is like going to a Star Trek convention.
Hey,
not knowing anything about Star Trek.
You watch yourself, sir. Yes,
I love Star
live
Trek.
Long and prosper.
I love the
scissor.
The most recent movies. Those were good. Benedict Cumberbatch? Over encumbered batch?
Talking about
Fallout.
From Hiro Mashima, two things. Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest. The anime is slated to release July 7th. So anybody excited about that? Hey, mark your calendars. I ain't gonna be watching it, because I ended my contract with Fairy Tail after the original anime ended or the original manga ended. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's getting an anime now.
Let's get a live reaction of all the people excited.
Listen, it's a lot of people excited about
Hey.
Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest for the pure fact that they want to see what the relationship between Natsu and Lucy, which
We got to get my girl Lucy back.
apparently those two still haven't even like kissed, and it's been like 600 chapters. So
The 100-year quest to kiss.
That's what the series is about. The 100-year quest to actually hold hands or kiss or whatever.
They could.
I think they've literally seen each other naked before they kiss.
Yeah, they'll see each other naked and do all these weird erotic shit in front of each other, but
they'll lay
kissing?
on top of one another, naked, not moving, and call it sex.
Hero Mashima news is Aiden Zero is to end in 5 chapters. I fell off reading this manga maybe like 2-3 years ago. But it's finally coming to an end.
I fell off 14 chapters into it. I forgot to continue reading it.
I read a good chunk of Aiden Zero. I want to say I got in like the hundreds, and then I kind of stopped when one thing happened. And it was like a typical Hiro Mashima move, but I think I kept going. More so, don't follow on the consequences of a major development, like that type of thing.
Yeah, that sounds
like
very frustrating.
Hey, a character that's supposed to be dead is actually alive. I think what turned me off from it, especially, is because when it happened, when like the big event happened, everybody was hyping up that moment and saying like how Hiro Mashima was going in this darker place with the series, and I never felt like that with Aiden Zero, but because everybody's hyping up, I was like, and then he reversed the decision, and I went, it's Hiro Mashima, I know him. I know him. He's been doing this for years.
Yeah, I like Eden Zero. But I think I like Eden Zero because of its art and its concept more than anything. I've heard very mixed feelings about this series as it went on. And I remember at the beginning, everyone was like, "Oh, he's not going to go into his ways," And I kind of knew from the beginning that probably wasn't going to be true, because it's Hiro Mashima. He's done what? This was his 4th or 5th series, something like that.
I think it's like major, I guess, because he has Aiden Zero, he has Fairy Tail, he has Rave Master. I think he has another series. He actually, besides manga, he's working all the time. So I always give him credit for that. He's always working on something. If it's not manga, it's doing designs for this thing and that thing, and he's always working. So
great artist, fantastic artist.
Yeah,
one of the best to do it right now, probably. As for me, Ghost in the Shell is getting a reboot anime series by Science Saru, the same studio that's going to be behind Dan, which is coming out this year. This is pretty exciting. It seems, just from the picture of it, it looks like it's going to be based on the original manga, which is something that's never happened. And I could be wrong about this. I just remember, I've never read it, but I remember researching, because I was in a Ghost in the Shell kick like 10 years ago, I want to say. And I remember doing research on the original one, and a lot of people were saying it's very like borderline like pornography. So
nice.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that. Oh well, of course. It's the new one is called The Ghost in the Shell, so it's following the One Piece. So I imagine it's
in a shell.
Yeah, so I imagine it's going to be like the original manga. Obviously, we will have to see. There hasn't been much information about it, but there has been a teaser trailer and the initial art they've released for it, and it looks really good. Straight up, looks like from the classic manga. So, pretty excited for
Crazy.
that. Love Ghost in the Shell. It's due for a good series.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of anime remakes happening lately. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it seems like when the remakes are happening, it's mostly for the better. Like
Yeah.
with Fruits Basket, that got a remake and it was way for the better.
Something else recently got a remake too. Urusei Yatsura, that was another one.
Oh yeah, that one got remade.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched one on the show.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
we
Kenshin.
watched it.
No, I meant Kenshin.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was thinking of something else.
Yeah, Kitchen is a pretty good reboot, or I guess remake. Well, that's probably more of a reboot.
I just think it's crazy how it's like
Spice and
happening
Wolf.
more and more.
Yeah,
I wonder
Spice
if
and
that's
Wolf.
because of the popularity of anime now.
Probably a lot of money coming in, and a lot of these companies wanting to rely on properties that have been proven to make money. That's probably where it's coming from. Which, you know, I'm all there for it, because the thing with anime and the thing with these production companies is they're not. It's very. I find it very interesting. You don't see a lot of the Promised Neverland season 2s anymore after that anime came out.
I mean, it kind of set
Well,
the bar
interesting.
for shit.
Like, what notable big series now gets horrible, awful adaptations? I cannot think of one.
I mean, if I haven't seen it, if there has been.
Just wait
Yeah.
till Tokyo Ghoul gets another anime.
Oh my god! Speaking of one, the Tokyo Ghoul, they need to make that, because that one,
Yeah.
I feel, well, I never finished it, but I heard that got absolutely shafted when it came to the cutting room floor.
Just
and
like Shaft.
adapting it.
They're going through some shit right now too. Decrepit Storm says, "When will we get the KOA?"
We got to remove C Tactics for that.
There you go.
JK.
Decrepit Storm, we're calling you. You're being called up. Answer the phone.
Calling up from the bullpens.
Next piece of news is also regarding Science Saru. Toho acquires Science Saru as one of their subsidiaries. This is pretty crazy. It goes from a studio ran by Makoto Shinkai to him stepping down 4 or 5 years ago, to now the studio being acquired by quite possibly one of the most historic and biggest animation production houses humanity has ever seen. So pretty good for everyone involved in terms of making money. Obviously Toho is they're not perfect, but they're definitely like not the worst ever. They have a lot of stuff going on, and usually most of their products are pretty good. So I imagine they're just going to acquire Science Saru and let them do whatever the hell they want, most likely. We'll see though.
Crazy. Yeah. I agree with Sir Krin. Soul Eater needs a remake.
It's probably gonna get one.
Soul Eater Brotherhood.
Soul Eater Brotherhood.
You know, because it was basically the same thing. Like, they adapted the first app, but didn't have the ending.
I remember the only thing I know about that character is back in the day in my server, people used to really simp hard for Maka. That's about it. That's all I remember.
Maka.
Is that her name,
Maki?
Maka? Maki?
No, that's her name. That's her name. I'm just surprised.
This was like 27. No, this was before my current server. This is like 2015, 2016. This is a long time ago. This is back before I even covered anime, really. And finally, Kingdom Hearts is now on Steam. Woohoo! Finally, it only took like 2 goddamn years.
Or 20, if you want to be all official about it. But yeah, we finally get Please Don't Run Away. You don't hear me say, oh baby. That's from the first game.
I'm
I
gonna tell
love
you
the.
something, EA.
You never played them?
I've never played Kingdom Hearts. Let me tell you something even crazier.
Me either. Give me one.
I own
They're both
Kingdom
of
Hearts
you.
2 on the PS2. I own Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix or whatever it's called on the PS3. I own all of the games on the PS4. I have not played
But
a single one of them.
You've never played them.
Never played them.
See, now to be fair, the only ones I ever played was 1 and 2, because that was the one that was the perfect story when it came to all that. But then they added all these chain of memories and all these other side bullshit. It literally, because it has Final Fantasy characters with Disney, it turned into like Final Fantasy just bullshit. But I did enjoy 1 and 2. 1 and 2 especially has one of the best boss fights you'll ever play in a video game. Like, it is that incredible. But I haven't heard, well, I haven't played 3 yet, but I heard, yeah, agreed, Sir Crins, I heard it was booty cheeks and it wasn't that good. But by the time I went from 1, 2 to 3, so many things had happened. I was just like, I don't know what's going on. But definitely play 1 and 2. And if you do decide to play all the other ones, good luck trying to understand the story.
Yeah, that's the one thing I constantly hear all the time about Kingdom Hearts is the story makes no sense. You
1
need
and
like
2
a
is good.
spreadsheet or
But
something.
everything else that gets added to it just makes it more confusing than it needs to be, I think.
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe we need the Kingdom Hearts.
The definitive dude. Imagine if they made a fucking Kingdom Hearts anime. They would have to have Disney involved.
I mean, with recently what's been going down with Square Enix and all their games not selling well, because they decide to silo off all their IP to one console. I don't know. We may be getting more stuff. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 4 is definitely being announced soon, though. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of rumors about that.
Yeah, and I heard that one's gonna be better.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you never know.
I heard like the only good thing about the third one is that the actual gameplay is like really good.
Oh yeah, I heard the gameplay is good, and then you have all the references. You have Toy Story. I think you got to have another one with. Is it? No, they didn't have a Star Wars land at the time. With all
You
the
know
stuff
what?
that they bought up, they could probably do like Marvel shit too.
Oh, they're definitely gonna do Star Wars in the next Kingdom Hearts, no
Yeah.
doubt. Because Disney apparently has more control over Kingdom Hearts now, which is one of the reasons why 3 wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I may play him in my server after I play through God of War. Who knows?
All right, I'll be there. Especially
Who
for the
knows?
final boss battle in 2. I will have a front row seat and eat popcorn.
I'll play it on extremely hard difficulty too. It'll be fun.
Yeah, go for it and do all the old controls too. I mean, they did modernize the controls whenever they re-released them, so it should be a lot better now.
Yeah. Well, we shall see. That's it for the news. Let's go ahead and get into UBW. Haha, rhymed sort of, not really.
No.
Episode 10 and 11. These episodes were very, very nice. But episode 10 is Kuzuki. EA finally showed up in UBW.
I
Satsuki,
don't know.
is the resemblance between Kuzuki and EA not striking? Like, doesn't EA act the exact same way?
Help me, Satsuki.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Is he being serious? Is this an AI?
Dude, last night when I was watching these shows with him in his stream, he was saying the same shit that I looked like Mr. Kuzuki, and I'm just like, what are you talking about?
I don't think EI has those dead eyes. I don't think he takes
think
a neutral stance to like morality.
I think EA could take on Saber 1v1 like that. I think he
Now-
absolutely could.
When he started whooping Saber's ass, I was like, okay, I'll take that part of Mr. Kuzuke. But everything else where he's just like, this is me happy. This is me sad. This is me a little annoyed. No, that's not me.
No, I think you got this. I think you got this, EA. I mean, Mr. Kuzuki.
I don't think so. I don't know where this bit has come in, why I'm Mr. Kuzuki, but
Kuzuki senpai.
I don't like this.
But yeah, outside of that, these two episodes were very, very good for Shiro's character as well. We got a whole spiel about ideologies with Shiro, which is always great in Fate. That's like one of the things that this series is really known for, is telling Shiro he's wrong. So that's really fun. And we got as well, what else we get? Shinji is the new master of Gilgamesh, which is kind of crazy.
I called it.
Yeah, it's sort of one of the more obvious things you can call in UBW. But what did you guys think about episode 10?
It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it very much. I harken back to what I said a couple episodes, couple podcasts before, when I said, I guarantee you the teacher has to be a master. He just had that look, and they focused on him way too much. I'm like, there's no way he's not a master. But I did love the setup of basically Ren going, just gonna shoot him in the head. And if he dies, well, it's his own fault. It's like, this is not a good plan. It's okay, collateral damage. And then just, I was waiting for a twist of like him getting shot, and then for him to just die, and Ren just go, oh my god, what have I done? But that didn't happen. Instead, we got Caster jumping on. I'm like, okay, yeah, so everything I thought was true.
Rin always tries to use Gunder to solve all of her problems. It's really funny. Even in the Fate cooking game that I used to stream, she threatened to shoot Shiro at one point if she didn't cook food a certain way.
Dang.
That's your ship.
Hello, Neon.
Oh yeah,
How you
hello,
doing,
Neon.
sir?
Going on? Yeah, episode 10. So we find out what's going on with Caster's master, and we finally got the reveal of Mr. Kuzuki. And he's a very odd character, to say the least. He kind of reminds me of Kotomine a little bit, just in there, like, almost, they seem very apathetic, but Kotomine has like this. Kotomine actually has a lot of passion to him. It's just that it doesn't really show on his face a lot. Whereas Mr. Kuzuki, from what you can see, kind of doesn't give a shit about anything, almost. He's like, it does not matter to me if Caster kills everybody. This does not concern me. I have a 9 to 5.
Yes.
I have a
teach
teacher's
you
salary.
I teach you little bastards about right and wrong. And okay, he was talking about how when he said that, kind of ironic how there's a bunch of masters at this school. What is this school, man? This school, like, you could literally just go to the school and be like, all the masters are there.
There's literally just a party here.
I don't think that there's a single master that isn't at that school, unless I'm misremembering.
Elia isn't there.
Oh yeah,
She's homeschooled, I guess.
through that district, yes. But yeah, it's freaking. Yeah, there's definitely something in the water in that school where everybody has to become a master and fight for the Holy Grail. I'm not transferring to that school. I'm leaving.
And yeah, I mean, people just randomly get knocked out, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, someone threw Nova gas there." What?
Shouldn't we be a little more concerned about this? People are just passing out.
One time thing. We'll fix up the school. Apparently, they got like unlimited money because they destroy the school almost every day.
A limited budget works.
That's the official title for this Fate Stay Night, unlimited budget, fixing shit.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Um,
Besides that, though, like the episode started off with the most iconic line, the most memorable line in this series, other than "People die when you're killed."
Well, that comes from this series.
Yeah, it wasn't the original one. It wasn't.
or the archer class is really made up of archers, huh?
Or this city, it really looks like a city.
I didn't know it had so many iconic lines.
Yeah.
What? Wow.
But it starts off with, "I am the bone of my soul." Which you'll hear that maybe another time, I'm pretty sure. But that kind of just leads into the whole thing of Shiro copying Archer, and that's something that we see at the very end of the episode, where he replicates his weapons and is able to project them, and he uses strengthening magic to make sure it has the same amount of strength, and he's like using it to fight against Mr. Kuzuki, and actually fighting better than Saber was, because my God, Saber got pieced the fuck up.
She got her ass literally handed to her. Like, Mr. Kuzuki took that ass, put it on a silver platter, and said, "This is yours," before literally just owning her. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the same woman that fought Berserker and took one of his lives.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah, he
You can't beat the strength of a teacher tired of capitalism.
he's just really good at training. That's the thing. He's really good at it. He's really disciplined.
He looks very disinterested too. Like, oh, it's the Saber
another person
class.
I gotta beat up.
He's just fighting each other. Doing the. There you go. He's literally. Oh.
Shiro, the next time I fight Kuzuki, I have to be prepared. We cannot relax anymore. We must only train from here on out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Poor Saber. Poor Saber. But yeah. Once he got those swords, he was holding his own. But then Caster and Kuzuki was just like, "Let's bounce. He's got swords now. I don't like this."
They're sharp.
They're sharp and pointy, and they hurt.
By the way, those blades have a name. Both of them. They both have names. They're significant weapons in history. Just so you know, because they don't explain that in the series ever. But what was I gonna say? Shit. Oh yeah, about that scene where he replicates those weapons, or he projects them, or whatever, hardens them. I don't know what the terminology they used. Can't remember. He dodges a lot of Kuzuki's blows, and I remember back in the day, a lot of people were very up in arms about this scene, because it doesn't make sense that Shiro, who only has been training with Saber for however many days now, is able to block all of Kuzuki's blows that quickly. What do you think about that, EA? Was that an issue for you? Did that pop up?
I mean, in the heat of the moment when I was watching it, no. But I can absolutely understand as far as like a plot convenience is concerned. Like, it definitely, because here's a guy that fell ass backwards into being a master, and now all of a sudden he can make swords. I can definitely understand why people would be upset with that. You know, if he maybe had some kind of like training under his belt, it would make more sense. But I feel like in that moment where he just was really, I don't know, it almost felt like he was like focusing his mana, and then that's what kind of like got the swords. And I think that's kind of what produced it, and maybe that's what they're alluding to.
No, that's not what people were I don't think that's the specific thing that people were up in arms about. It's
Oh.
the fact that Saber got pieced up and Shiro was able to hold his ground. That's what
Okay.
they're talking about.
Okay, yeah. In that case, especially because Saber is a really powerful servant, yeah, same instance. Yeah, I could see why people would be upset with that. He should have at least had some type of broken ligament or something, but that never happened.
Well,
he sort of has an
you want to
issue
go?
after, but is there anything else in episode 10 that we need to discuss before moving on to 11 though?
Well, I want to read what Denataz says. He says Saber has just lost a lot of mana since her last fight with the Berserker because Shiro is not a fully trained Magus like Green. He can't supply her with the amount of power she actually needs.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah, that much is true. All the servants feed off mana from their master, and since Shiro isn't a properly trained master who like knows exactly what he's doing, we saw that Archer had to like give him the chiropractic massage adjustment thing to
Come
like
here, Shiro. Let me rub your back in a forward and backward motion.
I don't know if I agree with this, but okay, I'll take my shirt off.
There it is.
All right, Shiro, you should feel your spine shifting. Don't worry, I'm just removing some vertebrae.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I feel great.
All right, you should be better now. Also, you're a fucking idiot, you dumbass.
I hate you.
I hate you.
Oh, and hello, Ellie, even though he's not here. He said, Saber can train me. Also, I'll be back. Gotta watch Demon Slayer.
Yeah,
Saber's
hello,
already,
Ellie, when you
training
come
with
back.
me, so
Oh,
Saber been training
so he's
for
cheating
years.
on you.
No.
Oh,
He's probably
you're cheating
thinking
on him.
about the fake MILF Saber thing. He's probably smashing MILF Saber, which is fake Saber, not the real one.
MILF Saber? There's a MILF Saber?
There is, in Grand Order. She's an older version of herself that has really big
All
boobs.
right. Let me see. Grand Order MILF Saber.
She's also not a Saber in that. She's a Lancer, I think.
Okay, hold on, because Lancer.
Well, I mean, you'll find it searching up Saber. Everybody
I don't know
still
what I
calls her
just
Saber.
searched, but I regret
Saber.
it. Jesus Christ.
Also,
Okay,
I find
well.
it funny how in this episode, in episode 10, they were talking about how like, oh, Kuzuki's got a wife, and or he's getting married or whatever it was. And well, we find out who his wife is.
Did
Oh
we?
boy. Yeah, Casta.
Oh, Caster. And see, I was also thinking, because when we didn't know it was Kuzuki at the time, that maybe it was some kind of twist where the person that he was going to marry was going to be the master. But then, okay. That's what happened. It was just Caster the whole time. Hey, he could do worse.
I mean, would you want to marry Castor though? That is the question. Is she worth it?
Smash or pass?
Smash or pass with Castor, the mass murderer?
Is she draining him every night of his mana?
Well, here's
Training other people.
yeah, well, that
Do you
too.
ever see her face?
Yes. I don't know if you see her face in UBW, but you do see it in Heaven's Feel.
Okay. Well, I have to be determined. I have to see what she looks like underneath all that.
That's the only thing that matters to you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pig.
it'll be worth it. Trust me. It'll be worth it what's under the hood. She doesn't look like
all
Boogie Pop, I'll tell you that.
It's like, oh, mass murder, but no.
Is she pretty underneath?
It is a sight to behold.
KOA, we have standards.
Mm-hmm. We sure do. The KOA
The
standard.
KOA. My apologies.
No, I probably wouldn't get with somebody that's doing mass genocide. In all honesty,
Too overrated.
Also, Archer is like, hey, you should not ally with Shiro because he's a weak little twerp. You
bitch.
instead go with Caster. Caster's got all the advantage. She's got a large mana pool, got a servant,
She got
and a
blue.
master. So
Yeah.
I found this conversation pretty interesting between Ren and Archer, and it sort of led to a little bit of a falling out between the two.
Yeah. To me, whenever Archer is suggesting things like this, it seems like he's doing it half-heartedly almost. Whereas he's serious, but at the same time, he knows how it's going to end.
He's
'Cause
thinking
he
about
doesn't
it
even try to-
logically almost. That's kind of the way
He doesn't-
I interpret it.
He doesn't really put up that convincing of an argument half the time. At least as it pertains to Reen, because you could say you could present all the facts, like he's saying Shiro's not a worthy mage, Caster has this and that, and those are things that Reen already knows. He doesn't really try to appeal to the things that she personally cares about, which by this time is not as if he's doing that because he doesn't know who Reen is. He fully knows Reen's character. But it seems like when he suggests these things, he's like, hey, well, Caster's kind of great. And Reen's like, shut up, bitch. He's like, okay.
I mean, Caster, have you seen what she could do? Shut up! You cannot talk to me, for I am Reen.
Do you want me to shoot you again?
I will shoot you.
Yes.
All right, I'll just go in my corner now and cry.
I'm going to go back to my room, Reen, and jerk off. Do not bother me.
Do not. And if you're gonna come in, please knock.
Also, make sure to tell that twerp Shiro that I do not like him.
I mean, I've heard the bone of my sword, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So,
anything else about episode 10?
I mean, the only thing else that happened was Sheen and Gilgamesh just being evil together and having that brief conversation.
I wanted Gilgamesh to just snap his neck.
Sheen is pretty pathetic.
I hate the man. He just quivers and just
So,
walks around.
Gilgamesh, would you like to go walk the streets and kill random children we see? Oh.
And then, yeah, he was talking to him.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
Don't touch me.
You want to go make fun of my sister?
Well, are there any changes that you notice with Gilgamesh from Zero to this anime thus far, EA?
I thought he was a different person this whole time. So I guess that's one change I could say, because they were like, oh, it's just some foreign dude. And you guys kept saying, that's Gilgamesh. I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. But any differences? He definitely doesn't have a suit. He seems, just for now, maybe a little more tame. I don't think he's as what's the word? He's not. He's not pompous. He's not all high and mighty. He doesn't think he's better than anybody so far. From what I got so far, he just seems like a regular dude. I mean, there's those undertones of just, if you want something, you can have it. Let's see what you got. But I don't know. I don't trust him.
So he still has. This episode shows that he still has like this god complex almost, because he talks about Shinji about like how he basically can decide who is worthy to walk the earth. So he still has that aspect of him.
Right.
I feel that he isn't as like his personality isn't as strong as it was in Zero, where it's like super obnoxious. Like in Zero, like he has the gold shining armor, like everything about him was very loud. And Gilgamesh is still very much like that, but I think his personality was kind of toned down, at least thus far. Because he's really, really arrogant in Zero. And he is arrogant as a character for sure, but I don't think it's as like they kind of ease you into that.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
less
definitely.
Liam Gallagher and more Noel Gallagher.
I know what that
nerds will
means.
music nerds will understand that.
Well, episode 11, we saw
It
Shiro.
was a fucking rom-com.
Well, that too. And you can't have a rom-com without a sick art because Shiro couldn't walk or use his arms, or he was just useless.
That was I would say that's less a sick arc and more of a stroke arc than anything else.
Yeah. I like the whole thing of when he was dropping the plates. That was the thing that alarmed him. They were like, Shiro has never broken a plate in his life. And I was like, wait, are y'all keeping track of this?
It is life. They're
he is an astute professional.
it is 6 hours, 42 minutes, 26 seconds on February the 3rd, 1956. He hasn't broken anything yet.
Like, that was the last straw for them. They were like, there's no fucking way he broke a dish. This isn't like him.
I just love how he just kept breaking it too, and people are just like, "Are you okay?" You just hear like, "Oops.
Damn it! Why won't it work?
I can't do anything."
Yeah.
Oh, but besides, I want to go more to that, but I got to talk about this. This has really no bearing on this episode. So Taiga is the substitute for Mr. Kazuki because he's kind of shacking up with Castor, holding up in the temple, and there is apparently he teaches world history, and then Taiga just walks up in there, or I should say, just strolls up in there, or whatever fucking movement you could say, because she's bouncing all over the place, and then she's like, English pop quiz, and then everybody's like, bitch, this is world history. He's like, doesn't matter.
I like how she gets angry and throws the papers at her students. That was the best part. I love Fujine. She's
the
amazing.
worst teacher. That is terrible. If I'm looking forward to history and some substitute comes in and says English test, I'd be like, bitch, no, I ain't doing no English. Give me that F. I ain't doing this fucking test. That's not even in the same subject.
Oh, she's so great. She's amazing. I love her so much. She shows up late to her own class, which is the best part. And what I love is that, and the anime didn't show this, but in the visual novel, her class knows everything about all of her quirks. So they actually at some point start to cheer her on to not be late. Like they're in class cheering together, all of them, for Fujine to show up on time. It's really funny. I love her. Best girl.
I don't know. She's kind of annoying to me.
You just
Well.
just don't understand.
She eats out of other people's food. You know, invites herself over, just like Reen did, and I don't know, gives tests in wrong subjects. You know, just the makings of a terrible teacher.
Damn. My heart is
Well.
broken.
Rub some spit on it. But speaking of Reen, she goes over to Shiro's house, and this is where they have their whole battles of ideals, as C Tactics would say, and they talk about kind of just, I guess, why they are mages, and they're like, what pushes them, what drives them. And for Reem, even though that this has been something that she's kind of been forced into by her father, she's found magic to be something that's enjoyable for her to do. She genuinely enjoys learning magic and trying different spells and whatnot. So she was just bred into a mage and like enjoys doing it. Whereas Shiro trained a lot, but he doesn't really care about being a mage at all. He just uses it as a medium to help others. I mean, we saw it in episode 0 and episode 1 where he's using his magic to help fix heaters and whatnot. Like, that's what he uses magic for. He doesn't really care about learning new stuff or anything like that because he wasn't raised up to value magic the way Reen did, because of course his father then instilled those values in him. He was very nonchalant and not really caring, not putting an emphasis on a good part of magic, I guess.
Yeah, the discipline part, the structure of being a magus. None of that at all. Yeah. What I love the most about this is the battle of ideologies thing, because Rin is like what do you fight for? And Shiro's just like, well, basically what he says is he lives his life to please other people.
Mm-hmm.
And Rin obviously takes issue with this, and that's what Archer was telling him a couple episodes back.
She's overly mad for some reason.
Well, in the world of magic, it's a lot different than just like if you're in this like how we are now. If we lived by Shiro's ideology, we would be saints, because we'd be fine. And Shiro is fine technically, but the issue comes when you're in a war. You can't be buddy in a war. And that's exactly what they are in. They're in the Holy Grail war for an omnipotent cup that grants your truest, deepest desire. So it's laughable, and it's infuriating to Rin that, Shiro comes in and he doesn't know any of this shit. He gets Saber, and he also is an idiot who believes that he can just try to please other to win. With this line of thought that he has, and it's completely wrong and backwards in the context of this war. And so that's where a lot of the friction between the two is kind of happening. Is just there is a fundamental disagreement between the two ideologies, because Rin is just like, it's winner take all out here. Like, you have to be cutthroat, because everyone else is going to kill you. Like, the people you're fighting against, both the masters and the servants, were killers in their own life, and now they're killers, but now they are fueled by the Holy Grail and are magic users for thousands and thousands of years. They will kill you immediately, and they don't care. As we saw with Castor. Castor was killing entire small villages of men, women, and children to fuel her already infinite pool of mana that she has. So I think Rin was trying to just kind of smarten him up a little bit, and I think Shiro was just being super naive about it. And
I mean, she doesn't really help her cause, because they're in a pact, and he's helping her,
yeah.
and they're helping each other. So she's kind of a hypocrite when you think about it. Well,
in that sense, I agree and both disagree, because in the sense that, yeah, they have a pact and they're working with another. I think that's fine. I do think it's a little hypocritical, but I think it's fine because in the context of the Grail War, it is better to team up with other people and take others out.
Mm-hmm.
Where at the same time, Rin is getting mad about this ideal that Shiro has, but Rin as well kind of has a little bit of the same problem Shiro has, where she's too nice.
Yeah.
To Shiro when she doesn't have to be. She could take out Shiro right now, right that second.
Yeah.
When she was like,
She
"Shut up!
absolutely could.
Listen to me. I'm talking to you." Could have shot him in the face, and that would have
Shut
been it.
up.
Yeah,
Listen to me when I'm talking. Sorry.
I don't think the pact is the issue because we've seen this in Zero. Even someone like Kiritsugu like made a pact basically with Lancer and Ryder when they were all tried to take down Caster. So kind of similar situation where Caster is like the big bad for half. But the issue is why she's in the pact with Shiro. She's in the pact with Shiro not because of what he can offer. She's in the pact with Shiro because they have a similar mindset. Like she just likes Shiro. That's the
Mhm.
problem.
He's a cute.
Yeah.
He's a cute boy.
Yeah, I think she has personal feelings for this boy. And that shows when he slammed the door in her face and she looked so pissed.
That was great.
Well, she went as far as to save his life with something that she can't even use again. So
Yeah,
That's
she
true.
wasted something very
Something-
precious to save his life.
something that she had been pouring her mana into since she was a child. By the way, she doesn't have many of those.
Dang. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I think the anger is. I definitely understand what she's saying. Where it's definitely a war, and you know, you can't be for other people. You gotta be for yourself because nobody else is gonna be like that. But at the same time, I feel like maybe the anger is misplaced, and I feel like those are just emotions, and she just cares for this person. That's why she's so angry. It's not because she hates him; it's because she
Yeah.
likes him.
Absolutely, it's coming from a. She's frustrated deep down because she cares deeply about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like watching someone play a game and they're making like dumb mistakes.
Oh,
You're
that's
like,
the best. When you see the Let's Play, you're like, that's the easiest boss.
Backseat gaming.
yeah, that's basically what she's doing with Zero. Is like, don't use your command seals to tell Saber to drink water.
Just drink this bath water. I command you.
Shiro, I do not think this is a good. Okay.
Just, I don't. Okay. I have hepatitis now.
Shiro, what was in this bathwater? Bathwater?
It was more like toilet water.
And after the whole Rin and Shiro thing, then we have the Archer and Shiro thing, which was I think it was a shorter conversation than Rin and Shiro. But yeah, Archer fixes his magical circuits stuff, Circuit City.
Yeah, his
And-
neglectic circuits.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically now he can now he's better. Yeah, now he's better. Let's put
Yeah,
it like
I mean,
that.
to get a little technical with it, basically, as a child, since he was practicing magic and he only practiced certain kinds of magic, he wasn't using all of his circuits, and therefore they closed up. And when he used projection or replication or whatever it is to create those blades in the last episode, that basically took a grenade to all of his magical circuits and blew them wide open, which is why for most of this episode he couldn't feel the left side of his body.
And if you notice with what Archer was saying, seems like he's been through something similar because he knew the symptoms.
Yeah. And Saber was able to catch it as well. Which, the thing though with Saber and Shiro is that because they're master and servant, they can feel each other's emotions and pain and stuff like that from time to time.
I see.
Yeah.
Does that mean whenever he went or whenever she went into his bed and said, "I'm gonna sleep in the same room as you," she's like, "I don't know why he's so flustered." Oh wait, now I feel flustered. What the hell?
Why am I horny? Huh?
Why am I horny all of a sudden? That would be something.
But yeah, Archie just takes a big shit on Shiro's ideals. Like, you can't save everyone. You're trash. That's stupid.
You
You're a
are such an
stupid
idiot. You know, when I first saw you, I thought to myself, this guy looks like an idiot, but you really are one. Rin,
Now you
let's
look
get
and
out of
sound
here.
like one.
Let's go to Castor's house. I like Castor much more.
Yeah, she has boobs.
And cookies.
Does she have cookies?
That's a good combination.
Boobs and cookies? Sign me up.
Yeah.
I'll go for just the cookies. I'm not gonna lie.
You got to start a service.
Boobs and cookies.
Boobs and cookies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look and see if that's taken.
I think it'd be pretty popular.
Boobs and cookies.
Yeah,
You want to switch that on the family PC? Yeah.
I gotta say,
Oh.
oh, I gotta say though, I really, I just enjoy Rin so much in this series. She's just clearly the best character every time she's on screen, and I think that's just because they really. Ufotable, I felt they knew they had something special with this character and they could do something really cool with her, so they decided to give all of their attention to Rin. And you can kind of see that very clearly, but as well you can see how characters like Shiro don't get as much attention this go around as compared to Heaven's Feel and Fate's Stay Night 2006. So I really also just enjoy the dynamic between those Shiro and Rin. I think it's one of the things that makes this anime special and unique compared to the other Fate adaptations and spin-offs.
Did you scream when Ring got in her red outfit?
No, because
To be honest, I didn't even know it was any different.
Well, I mean,
than
it's
her other outfit.
Yeah, well, it's the classic red T-shirt with the cross and the black skirt and the thigh highs. Honestly, I like it when she wears coats. I think she looks really good in coats. Like if she's wearing the big thick one in episode 10 and the one in episode 2 or 3. I like it when she's in coats.
Are you saying women should just cover up?
No, it's just the red. It's the red. I think that red looks really good with her character design. What is that deep brooding red? This looks really good.
She kind of just forced herself to like spend the night at that house too. Oh, you're making some food? I'll take some too. No, I wasn't cooking it for you. Oh, lovely. How lovely. I'll have some too.
I mean, it's basically just a hotel at this point.
We don't have enough rooms. We already have and he pulls out like a list. Fujine, Sakura, Saber. Like Rin's just like, oh, well, that's fine. I'll just sleep here still.
Yeah.
I'll
And let's
take your
also
room.
And then she's just like, oh, I just changed my clothes here and now I'm gonna sleep here. Hope you don't mind. I didn't say you could spend the night.
I had Archer bring over an overnight bag.
That's what he got demoted to in this episode, was being a literal servant of just, here's your clothes, ma'am.
He's a chaperone for Rin.
He's a butler.
Or maybe Rin's his chaperone. I don't know. It's funny though. Anything else?
One more episode of the first season, correct?
I thought it went to 13. I could be wrong.
Did it? Is it? I thought the second one was 13.
You could be right.
I'm gonna find out right now. All right, let's see. Unlimited Fate.
Unlimited Fate works.
Unlimited Fate wings.
They really tried to do that with Fate backfiring pretty hard on
Oh
them.
yeah. Because we did 10 and 11. The next one's gonna be 12 and 13. All right.
Cool.
Killer.
Can't wait. Remember, Ufotable always does this. The second half of their Fate series is always way better than the first half. So if you already like the first half of this, you may really like the second half of the series.
Okay.
Let's now switch on over to KonoSuba.
KonoSuba.
Maybe if my stream deck software is work. Oh, it crashed.
Oh no, are we still streaming?
Nice.
No, this the stream deck did. So it's
Okay.
fine. Yeah, KonoSuba episode 7. This was. I love this episode. I don't know how much I laughed, but it was insane. What did you think about it? Or what did you guys think?
I thoroughly enjoyed it too. It was hilarious. It was fantastical. The opening when Aqua and Kazuma are eating the food, pretending to be like these rich snobs and stuff, was the fucking best. Just like, ooh, this wine tastes like it was aged in a fine vineyard. And it's like, it's just some like cheap store-bought stuff. The long fucking pauses are the funniest shit.
Oh yeah.
I thought your stream was broken because it was
Same.
on it for so long. And I'm like, because he's like eating this steak and it's like, this steak is like finely cured in the finest reaches of the villa. And it's just, it's cheap meat. Very well. That was really, really funny. A lot of funny stuff happening. That happened. Whis is apparently broken all of a sudden. There's a dragon egg. We got some Game of Thrones, Satsuki. She has a dragon egg.
This is true. Or maybe not. I mean, it seems like she got scammed.
I don't think she has a dragon egg. I think everybody was saying it in the chat. I'm pretty sure because you've seen the after credits, right? Or the end credits itself. I'm pretty sure it's a fucking tadpole. It's that flopping tadpole at the end.
Because Kazuma kept calling it a chicken egg. I felt like it was going to be like some. I don't even think I've seen the end credits, but I'm just saying what I thought was going to happen. What was going to hatch from it. I didn't think it was going to be a dragon because that would be too cool for the party. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be a chicken because that then the joke doesn't really hit as hard. So I thought it was going to be something that is dragon-like, but not a dragon at all, like
Komodo
a lame version of a dragon. Like like a lizard or something. I don't know.
Inside the lizard, Dr. Lizard. That's what hatches.
Oh my god, no, it's that one villain from One Piece that has the egg fruit or whatever that can't die and turns into an egg when you kill it.
Tamago.
Oh yeah, she calls it Emperor Zell. The thing's gonna be called Emperor Zell, and it's gonna look like this wimpy looking. Hey guys, I don't know.
The lightning simp is back. He says, "Darkness, my girl, lovely lady." What the hell does that mean?
Oh, she did kind of have like a little focus in this episode. She was
a little.
Oh, okay. A great deal. Are you happy? But she was talking about how she wanted to wear different clothing because she was getting too buff. And I was saying in the stream, I was like, that's not a problem.
Get more buff, please.
You know what I say? Get the muscles. That is a thing that people like.
Well, you forget the part before that where she was trying to get her endurance higher. And Megumin had her wrapped up in a rug in front of a fire, putting ice to her face and torturing her pretty much. And they got the they came in, they saw it, we're like, okay, we're gonna leave this to you guys. Megumi was freaking out.
That was the funniest shit. I love how they did it through the perspective of Kazuma and Aqua, where they just had their banquet or whatever. Come open the door, and you see that they're just like, nope, and they just shut the door and turn right back around. I was like, wait, no, it's not what you think.
Well, we gotta acknowledge that Aqua is an ally because she was trying to give them tips or whatever. She's like, if you guys want to do that, well, I could go ahead and tell you, like, you know, I could bless you. That's what she said. She's like, I could bless the room or something like that.
Yeah, she looks out for people by giving people's blessings.
Storm says the darkness stuff must have been to compensate for her being normal for most of the season.
She really was. She was so normal, and then this episode, she just went full on endurance.
Decrepit Storm says Kazuma shut the door on her like Shiro.
Yeah. He's just like, nope.
Also, Rising's in the chat. He says, hi, cool KOA people. I've joined at a weird time. Indeed.
Hey, Rising.
Oh, it's not a weird time. We're just talking about BDSM.
Yeah, BDSM and sweating, and how whenever everything was done, Megumin was cleaning up the carpet because it was covered in sweat and everything. Mm-hmm. But
Dragon egg.
Was it sweat?
Yeah, there's something.
Yeah, Dragon egg scam.
Yeah, Dragon egg scam. And these guys are freaking millionaires. Kazuma's just like
a lot
rolling in
of
dough, just because they got money from their last quest, and then they got money for the items that they sold at Whis' shop before she went crazy.
Oh, look, a distraction.
I think he's gone. Distraction. Where'd Rising go? Damn. Yeah, he's a slippery one.
Yeah, I like when Darkness puts on the crocodile tears for Kazuma.
Oh, that
scene was great.
That was the funniest shit. She was trying to convince him, saying, do it for the good of the people. And Kazuma, being Kazuma, was like, I ain't doing that. No. And then Kazuma was like, or not Kazuma, Darkness was like, all right, well then, if you do this, I'll give you a kiss. And he was like, you must think I'm some kind of dumbass to think that I would do this for a stinking kiss. And then that's when she went right in front of him and got on her knees. And I was like, oh no, what is she about to do? And then, yeah, it was the crocodile tears. He was putty in her hands after that. It was like, oh, you've been working on your crocodile tears.
I like how he directly acknowledges that she's trying to kind of like manipulate the situation a little bit with crocodile tears, but yet he could literally just go, I know what you're doing, and he kind of does that. But
he does.
He still gives into it anyways.
Yeah, because she put on the Riz, the hotness.
The Riz. She got the muscular warrior Riz now.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. She's muscular. I'm curious if she's gonna just, whenever she dresses new, it's just like, oh, I'm all muscular now, and you just see her like biceps and everything. That would probably never happen.
From Maybe Fire Force.
Yeah, that's a great example.
Light Roller says, if Aqua offered me that, I'm folding. Are you gonna fold like an origami or like a steel chair or what?
Or an accordion?
Accordion, like what kind of folding are like? What are we talking about here? We gotta please respond.
He starts talking to the cat about her. Yep, that fucking cat. that's been through a lot.
Chomsky.
Chomsky. Chum Chumaru. The cat died in the Megumin spinoff. That's the best part of the Megumin spinoff. You remember that, Sasuke?
Remember them killing the ducks?
That was the best shit. The cat was like, nah! Got taken away by those things, and Megumin was like, farewell, old Chomsky. She's right there. Just get her. Yun's gonna come back next season or next episode.
Are you excited?
According to what we saw. She's fun.
I know Ellie's excited. Ellie loves Union.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he's a Union simp.
Okay. I didn't know
That's
that.
a lie.
Yeah, he can't stop thinking about Union.
Okay, he said he used to, so till I learned. All right, well. I guess that was a lie, sir.
I think we covered everything.
Well, we got
No, well,
Have
we didn't talk about the biggest part in the episode, which was like the actual plot.
Yeah.
With the egg, or no, they went to the lake or whatever. The Hydra.
for the Hydra. Yeah.
I wanted it to pop out and be that meme of the dumb Hydra.
Oh, the three heads, and you see the one on the left side.
I was talking about what was going on with Veneer and basically what he predicted in the crystal ball, because apparently he named it as a shadow of destruction around darkness, because darkness's father is sick. So he basically is saying that it's a lot of bad things surrounding darkness and it's not going to get better, and everybody should just get away from her. So the whole Hydra monster thing, that may play into it, especially because of what we saw at the end with Al Derp having the picture of darkness and, being evil and whatnot. So he probably has the other, gosh, I can't remember the name of it.
The divine artifact.
The divine, yeah, it's like a divine. Is it divine?
I thought it was an artifact. I know it's divine.
No, divine artifact comes from Ranger Reject.
Oh, shoot. I'm getting them mixed up then.
Yumiko best girl.
But we know what we're talking about, like what they
I know
have
what you're
with the
talking
necklace.
about.
Yeah, because that is supposed to summon monsters. So I wouldn't be surprised if he has a hand in that. Which, if that's the case, and if it's as powerful as this other necklace thing, which basically can give you immortality, then this is pretty dangerous. And yeah, they have to deal with that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Poor old Aqua, she purified the whole lake, and now she's dead. Sorry, Light Ruler.
That's kind of she might have narcolepsy. I don't think I've ever seen someone fall asleep that quick. She went from like doing backstrokes and going
floating on the water too.
There's someone in my server who has narcolepsy.
Really?
That's pretty scary.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
she talks about how she has to, like, in the morning, like, she downs like multiple energy drinks and coffee, and has like special candy bars that's full of caffeine.
Wow,
Pretty
that
scary.
can't be good.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
When you
fun.
think about like the caffeine and stuff, but yeah, Aqua did some things this episode. She did good, and now she's riding on top of a Hydra.
Good for
and
her.
Megumin can't. Good for her. She deserves it.
Moving up.
Cosmo was like, "Get back here!" And she's just like,
I like how the first sign of trouble of when the Hydra is summoned, Aqua just goes, "Kazuma, Kazuma, Kazuma."
Kazuma.
We also had to Put an F in the chat. We lost another person to capitalism. Weiss
shit.
was
Oh yeah.
completely drained of her life force.
She became a husk of herself. Her head.
Whoa, yeah,
bobbed.
she was literally a bobblehead. Literally. Yeah,
Hello.
the weird twitchy thing. It looked like something out of Madoka Magica.
Poor Wiz. I'll take the bullet. I'll help Wiz.
Help.
How are you gonna help her? She's brain dead.
No, I can solve this issue. I have
All right,
training.
explain.
No cap.
I'm starting to see a pattern with the type of people you want to help. See,
What does that mean? What are the type of people I want to help? Go on.
I'm just saying, I don't see you extend a hand like this to people with the variety of having a penis.
That's what I'm saying. Kazuma, he has issues.
Yeah. Can you rely on your help?
I mean, does he need my help?
I mean, he does seem pretty well for himself right now, especially since he's got $3 million.
I mean, they're fighting the Hydra, so I mean, you could
Yeah, help him with
at
your
least
sea
throw a rock or
powers.
something.
You're part of the ocean. Can't you just drain the lake?
Those that goes beyond my pay grade. You have to talk to the Lake Lord.
Boo! You stink!
Well, there you go. You can help Weiss when she goes, but when it comes to saving humanity, it's above his pay grade, folks. You heard it, heard it first.
I mean, gotta help the. I'm a man of the people.
People. And that's why you'll stay on KOA and not the KOA.
Wait, am I being replaced in the KOA?
Yeah, by the Decrepit Storm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we need to get on that. We need to finalize that. We need to write up that contract.
That was pretty much the episode.
It was fun and it was hilarious and yeah. I can't wait to see what the Dragonade turns out to be.
Yep. It's gonna be fun. Any other thoughts? Cool. Let's now move on to Demon Slayer, Season 4, Episode 3. As the title of the stream says, this is the first time I found this out. Apparently, this episode adapted like one panel.
Really?
Which is
this
wild.
whole episode was an anime original?
Practically.
Yes, yeah. A majority of it is pretty much anime original. It's literally one panel. They took one panel and they made an entire episode out of it, which is kind of crazy. Because the episode, now that I know about that, I'm like, oh, well, that's obvious. But when I wasn't thinking about that, I was like, this is just like a regular episode of Demon Slayer. Like,
I feel like this is the best episode of Demon Slayer thus far.
Isn't that something?
Is
Not
it
written
like
by the...
it was just a good old regular episode of Demon Slayer? Like, kind of crazy.
I felt like this. Okay, so it's crazy that they did that with just one page, but the reason why it's not that crazy is because even like reading it, it was kind of weird because you would have thought that Tanjiro training with Tengen would have meant something, considering what they went through in that arc and the fact that he saved his wives and whatnot. So in a manga, you would believe that, especially because this is after he loses his arm and his eye. So you would think there would be focus on the training because Tanjiro is going to each Hashira training with them. And you see a little bit of that. But with Tengen, it's one page. He's like, he goes there, bye-bye. And then it's done. And it's like, huh? So I think the anime made the right decision in fleshing this out and actually showing us a little bit of their training together. Them just clashing, Tanjiro getting all the other demon slayers up to speed. And it also kind of celebrates Tanjiro too, because Demon Slayer is very fast paced, I feel a lot of the times. So and they don't really give you any satisfaction in them upgrading because they don't really even upgrade ranks anymore. Like that's not even a thing. Like remember the whole thing of it feels like the only two ranks we have is Hashira and everybody else. But there's actually a whole bunch of ranks. It's just that we don't focus on the meaning of them. So I think since we don't celebrate like people ranking up or anything like that, I feel like this episode celebrated Tanjiro in that everybody's acknowledging that he is somebody that survived a fight with the upper rank upper moon demon. Everybody's in awe and they're seeing how like great he is because he's able to hang with Tengen. So I appreciated that aspect of it. The talk with the Wise was really good. I thought this episode was the best of the season thus far, which is insane considering that is anime original basically.
I imagine now that I know about this, that everyone on the internet, because there's like a hate boner out for this series. Like if you don't like it, it's fine.
A honer.
There's a honer out there. Honer. Like I get it all the time in my comments. Like I'll upload a Demon Slayer video and not even like in my videos I don't really overly praise the series. I praise moments from the series mostly. And I get a lot of comments that are like Demon Slayer mid Slayer carried by animation all the time. So I have a feeling a lot of people are going to take this and blow this out of proportion to fuel their idiotic, stupid narrative that's reductive to a series that I don't really think needs to be reduced at all.
See,
yes,
this is the perfect way. This is the perfect way. Hold on. I gotta. If anybody is complaining that this adapted one page, the best way to shut them up, especially if they're around like our age group, anybody that's watched Naruto, I want to let people know, because a lot of people did not read Naruto's manga, at least from the start. You want to know that the whole fight with Tenten and Tamari, that got off-screened in Naruto. And granted, that's not like a huge fight in the tuning exams, but it's still a fight that people remember because of how brutal it was with Tamari having Tenten land on and then she kind of became a meme because of that. That was off screen almost entirely in the manga. Like you see them fight, Tamari wins and that's it. So this is kind of what I don't want to say like anime is for this moment, but this is the uses in going to a different medium, adapting a story in a different medium. It's because you could get moments like this and flesh them out. This is the perfect opportunity to do that because I have no fucking clue why the mangaka didn't do what the anime did, which was give Tanjiro, like some like utilize the moment where Tanjiro is talking to someone whose wives he saved, who they leaned on each other. It was a perfect moment to do that. He probably has the best relationship other than like Giyu. He has the best relationship with Tengen as far as the Hashiras. And they didn't utilize that in the manga for whatever reason.
Yeah, and not even that as well. Another great example is how many anime have we covered on KOA where we go, holy crap, that was an anime original episode. It was so good. They didn't even cover that. Did not even skirt that in the manga. How many times have we? Vinland Saga, I notably, I think, had a couple of moments like that. So it's one of those things where I get it. People were very annoyed that on the Crunchyroll Awards, Demon Slayer won Anime of the Year and swept. But you know what? We know now very well that it is the judges that decide who wins. I get it. I also get it's really annoying that Demon Slayer was really popular its first couple years on the market, and it sold a lot, and everybody was talking about it, and people are still talking about it, and it sold more than all of your favorite series like One Piece and Vinland Saga and Berserk and all that. I get it, you're mad about that. But stop. Because you're not... It doesn't... Like... It doesn't make anything better. You're just complaining about a series because it's popular. That's it. You know? Like, if you want to criticize Demon Slayer, there's very easy ways to do that actually make you look smart. You know, like, oh, I don't know, how about the fact that the series focuses on like shortcuts a lot of stuff and has a very streamlined plot and pacing. And yes, I know that's one of its things that people really love about it, and that's what makes it unique. But you can still say that, because that is an actual thing you can criticize. But criticizing something just because it's popular and saying it's mid and saying that, oh, it adapted one panel. Well, as we see from Satsuki enjoys the episode quite a bit. So I think that this whole...
Whatever Satsuki says goes.
Yeah, Satsuki is...
I always have the right opinion about everything.
That's true. That's very true. Satsuki is one of the smartest people I have ever met. So when he says something, I usually
300 IQ. Look it up.
I thought it was 69 420, but you know,
it went down a little because I watched Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
This is the same guy that absolutely praised the shit out of X-Arm. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's coming from the guy who sold his soul to watch X-Arm.
Yeah, exactly. We're just a whole bunch of geniuses here.
Also as well, did we like last week or the week before talk about how Muzan just killed off all of his minions for like no reason? It was a dumb thing.
Yeah, the lower moons.
All right,
So
Lower
it's like-
Moans, kill yourself.
It's like there are things to criticize Demon Slayer about. Let's focus on the things we can. And if the thing you're coming up with is that Demon Slayer is mid and carried by animation, which is not true, not at all true. You know what that's true for? Jujutsu Kaisen. That's what that's true for.
Ooh. You're gonna piss a lot of people off.
There was a clip.
Or
that was
people think
posted-
that JJK is bad now, so it's okay to say that.
No, there's JJK isn't. I want to say as well, JJK isn't bad. It's flawed, heavily flawed. It's still decent, but what I'm saying is that there, like a couple weeks ago, there was a video that was posted on Twitter. I think it was by Crunchyroll or some stupid company, and they asked a bunch of people what their favorite parts about Jujutsu Kaisen were, and every single one of them said the fights.
The animation.
They all said that. Animation and
I
fights.
agree with that.
I guarantee you, people ain't saying that about Demon Slayer. I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of people saying Nezuko, Tanjiro, the Muzan, Imosuke, Rengoku. I mean, come on. How can you say Demon Slayer is carried by animation when Rengoku exists and Mugen Train exists? It's just, it's wild. It's wild. People don't say that about Fate. And that's why a lot of people watch Fate.
People die when they get killed.
People die when they are killed. So I think this needless hate boner for Demon Slayer is kind of embarrassing for a lot of the people that believe in it like wholeheartedly and we're talking about the people that are going out and commenting things like just mid Slayer and shit like that. Those annoying people. You know, the internet contrarian hate mob.
Yeah, the ones that are going, hey, ho, ho, that Demon Slayer has got to go. Hey.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Careful, man. The Gojo and Sukuna fans gonna come for y'all. Well, they're just come for me. Maybe the Yuta fans too. Yeah, they probably will. But I think my I'm not trying to reduce Jujutsu Kaisen to lift up Demon Slayer. I am just pointing out where the criticism is more applicable to, if that makes sense. Because like I said, I don't hate Jujutsu Kaisen. I like Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm not very happy with the way the story is going currently in the manga, but I'm still gonna read it. Like I'm a ride or die on that series. I enjoy it.
You're a ride or die. You're a real one.
I'm a real one, yo. I'm out here repping JJK.
In them streets.
My boy Yuta. and my other boy Gojo with his nice abs. And Yuji Itadori. So yeah, that's just my mini rant, I guess. All right. Back to
next episode.
Regularly scheduled content. I really enjoyed this episode because I think it really gave a lot of world building and character building to a lot of the, as Satsi said, the other ranks and stuff, and I think the lower ranks too, because I think what I thought was really cool is how the lower ranked people viewed Tanjiro, and very clearly you could see immediately when he goes to train with all the underlings or whatever. He is just in his element. He's like doing the squats with like a basket full of boulders and rocks.
Got the turtle shell.
Like with perfect form. While everyone else, with not even using rocks, is just like falling over. He's carrying that gigantic muscled man on his back, and he's doing it with a smile, running. Yeah. And I like how some of the recruits say like, "Oh man, like Tanjiro lives in a different world," and I think that really spotlights, I think, a cool little life lesson thing that Demon Slayer likes to do, where it's like, there are certain people who are going to be born and have these special traits with them. But that doesn't mean that if you're not born with those things, you can't get there yourself. And I thought it was a really cool message that they put in the episode. Because the fact that it is anime original episode and it stayed in line with a lot of the themes of the original mangaka was pretty cool. And I also liked as well the stuff with Tengen's wives and how they mentioned how Tengen, after the entertainment district and what went down there, he's still feeling the effects of everything that's going down. And I think that shows with the Hashira, and especially with very powerful people, they can still have these emotions and they can still, mentally I don't know what to injure themselves. Like I don't know what way to say it, but like they can still have mental health issues, I guess is what I'm saying. And Tengen, he's kind of closing himself off. He's kind of reserved himself because he's probably just in deep thought about all the lives that were lost there, and it still weighs on him very much. Mm-hmm. And I think PTSD. That's very, PTSD. That's a very good way to put it. And I think that was a very cool thing to explore. And I also like how they did it as well, because it wasn't like super in your face about it. You heard it from the wives. You never really saw it from Tengen, but once the wives said it, you sort of saw it in Tengen, because there was that moment in the episode where he's sitting on the boulder or whatever, and he's watching the stream while the trainees are training, and he kind of has like this weird look, like when he's kind of hearing what everyone else is saying in the background. And I just thought the way they handled all that and the themes and the messages of the episode were really thoughtful. And once again, it's very, I said in my video, it's very simple, but it was very effective for what it was, which I think is kind of Demon Slayer's one of the best things they have. They keep things simple. They don't overcomplicate at all. Like, you're not going to get crazy, overcomplicated storytelling like Hideo Kojima. You're gonna get Imosuke. That's what you're gonna get. So.
Imosuke.
Any other thoughts?
Pretty laid back episode. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of training, a lot of self reflection, a lot of character building with characters that maybe didn't get a lot before. I mean, I didn't, because I never read the manga. Satsuki. You betrayed me. But when it came to this whole episode, yeah, I never would have thought any of that. I thought it was just really well done. I guess this is one of those rare cases because I understand maybe people feel like Demon Slayer is getting drawn out. And to be fair, they made Mugen Train and then they made episodes based off the movie we already saw. And then they made like 2 other movies, I think. And they weren't even like movies. They were just like the first episode of the new season, but just like an hour long.
Oh, that's not a movie. That's just like a special presentation they did.
But okay, I guess what I'm saying is
that's not an official release.
It's obviously they're milking the franchise, and maybe there's going to be some people that are saying this was just a milking type episode. But in my opinion, it didn't feel like that to me because it felt like a story was being told versus, hey, Demon Slayer fans, remember this guy? Isn't he cool? Look at his shiny new eye patch with the diamond in it. Isn't he cool? Look at that. Let's see him do some cool, fun stuff. It wasn't a member berries. It was an actual heartfelt story.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that versus the, hey, this, remember his 3 wives? He's kind of wacky, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it fit perfectly. If you didn't know any better, I don't even think people would have thought that this episode was stretched out. Like if you didn't,
like I said,
read the manga.
I didn't know at all.
Yeah, I never read the manga.
Yeah.
I've
it feels
read
pretty
up to-
normal, and it kind of just flows into it seamlessly because the author left so much on the table as far as just this whole training part being skipped in the manga. So
Yeah.
But now he's gonna go next episode. He's training Muichiro, best boy.
Is he though?
He's pretty cute.
So best boy means cute boy. Got it.
Yeah, must protect Muichiro and Tanjiro.
Oh, he should have drowned.
Why?
I don't know. He was kind of a jerk at the beginning, and
Yeah, fair.
I don't know. He might still be a jerk. I don't know. He never really apologized for what he did.
Well,
I want apologies.
I think what's really cool and I didn't see this until literally you just said this, EA. I think this is kind of a cool thing about this arc is what makes it unique is that we're going to continue the characters of all of the previous Hashira from the previous seasons that we maybe started, like with Muichiro in the last season, and like we saw in this episode with Tengen in season 2. It's a really nice time to revisit all these characters. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see for sure.
Also, Sanemi and Ogami, Snake Boy, Orochimaru, basically tell the audience straight up, series is gonna end soon, man.
Yeah,
That's literally what their conversation was about, pretty much. Hey, series is gonna end.
I think from this point, it was only like 8 volumes left. So if you convert that into like anime episodes or whatever, it would be like 24 episodes. If we do standard anime, 12 episodes, 2 seasons basically. So Demon Slayer if it adapts everything straight, it should end next season.
Wow.
I think we may be getting a movie. Not like a
Oh, I'm
promotional
sure.
movie, but like an
They've
actual.
already made like 3 or 4.
I hope
Well,
not. My attention span can't handle a movie.
Well, those aren't movies though. Those are just what they did with those. What you're talking about is they aired the last episode of Swordsmith and then the first episode.
Yeah.
And they just put them together and they like it's not a movie. It was just a special presentation.
Okay. Mugen Train was a movie though.
Mugen Train, yes, was a movie though. Which I totally forgot they did a season of that. That was so forgettable. I get why they did it though. But yeah, I think they may do like a movie for the final fight with Muzan. I mean, Mugen Train did so well for them. Like, why wouldn't they?
That would be perfect. Like they do everything episodically, and then when we get to the last arc or whatever, just make it a movie. It would sell. I mean, think about that. Mugen Train is like Japan's #1 selling movie ever.
Yeah.
I think it still is. I don't know. But if they were to just do that again, but then like set it up to where the final fight with Muzan is a movie itself, dude, people would be coming out in droves to see that.
The Carpet Storm says, remember when you tried to do podcasts with Hollow on the Mugen Train? Yeah. I totally forgot about that.
I sure do remember that. And God, it was the first episode was an anime original, but then we were like, this is literally Mugen Train split up into pieces. This was a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, this thought it was going to be fun, but no, it was not fun. But Daki best girl.
No, that is inaccurate. We got to kill her past it though.
Killer past Daki? Oh, we're passing.
No, the show Demon Slayer.
Oh,
It's
Have you
episode
passed?
3.
this is a good episode. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it as well. It's definitely a different. It's a much slower episode. This is a prepare arc versus a fighting arc, and I'm cool with that. Pass.
Best episode thus far. Pass.
Well, let's go ahead and get into Spice and Wolf, episode 9. Nezuko? Why are you here? You showed up late.
She doesn't she always? But yeah, Spice and Wolf. Oh, Lawrence. Poor Lawrence.
Yeah, Lawrence got fucked this episode.
He got shafted. Literally, just the rug pulled from under him. Hey guys, I got this brand new armor. Armor ain't worth shit. We just inherited your debt. Now give me my money in the next 2 hours before we get Luigi and Tony to come fuck you up. That's basically what
they
happened.
literally said, if you don't pay it back, you're going to work in a coal mine for the rest of your life and die in darkness.
The rest of his life, just 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. I mean, I know this was during I'm assuming it's like medieval theme, so it could be the rest of his life. They didn't have good healthcare back then.
Well,
I
he'll
don't think
probably
healthcare
die
existed.
anyways. He probably wouldn't last to 10 years.
No,
Especially with that build.
I mean, if he was in the land of Vinland Saga with Thorfinn could teach him a thing or two. It's like, this is how you be a slave.
This is how you farm wheat.
This is how you farm wheat. This is how you pull stumps out from the fucking ground with your bare hands. Jesus.
This is my hetero life partner.
Sorry.
I love him.
I love him. But yeah, dude. I felt so bad. because now he's at the lowest of the low. He even shouted at Holo.
He did.
He's like,
in
I'm
Poor
broke.
Holo.
I'm broke, bitch.
Leave me alone. You ruined everything. You were around me. You were
It's
in my
that-
vicinity.
It's that sketch from Dave Chappelle when his son goes, Nick Cannon's hilarious. Well, fuck you, son. Why don't you go ask Nick Cannon for some money? And then he says, you know what he says? That he's broke. And that was hilarious. That's exactly what happened to Lawrence.
Yeah.
To Holo.
So the armor, because
pickled peaches. We ain't getting no pickled shit.
I'm gonna die.
they're in a pickle.
Yeah.
But so yeah, the armor he got from the other merchant, because he basically got half the money, half in armor. So, and that put him on credit. So, essentially he was in debt, but he thought he was going to be okay because he thought he would just go to this place, which is known, since the church is here, and they have a whole bunch of people that always are waging wars and going to battle. He thought he could go here, sell the armor, and then make a quick buck, and he'll be good. It was like a pretty crafty plan, no pun intended. But yeah, the problem is there's no fighting going on. So because the expedition was canceled, the price of armor drastically dropped. And that's kind of why now you see why everybody looked at Lawrence a little weird when he came here. When everybody was like, "Oh, you got this from where?" "Oh, armor." Good luck.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, best of luck, man. I mean, suit yourself.
You planning to make some money?
Yeah. As soon as he walks by, dude, did you see that guy? This guy's about to lose everything he fucking has.
Yeah. So, the market for that just crashes, and of course he does too, because he invested practically everything into that armor, thinking that it was going to be. He got arrogant. He put his eggs in one basket, and when you don't have a contingency plan, this is something that can happen. And he's broke. Now he has 2 days to pay all of his debt, and no real way to make any money. And it's pretty sad. Honestly, it's not as bad as this moment, but a moment it reminded me of is a show that we don't talk about on this podcast, but a certain character in like this track suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they
It's
used to
got
call
maybe-
him
maybe-
Baru
maybe
suit or
this-
something like that.
Yeah, this symbol.
Yeah. Has a name that shares a company that sells cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it reminded me of that moment where he's going to all the royal candidates. He goes to Anastasia, he goes to Priscilla, he goes to Krush, and he's trying to ask for help because of what's going down on the mansion. And time again, he gets turned down for various reasons. And he has to figure out, like, the desperation is part of the reason why he's acting so crazy. And in the same way, Lawrence is so desperate for everybody's to get money immediately, he doesn't realize why everybody's turning him down. And we find out that, or at least we find out from one person, that he turned him down because he has Holo with him. So before I go further with that, what did you think about that? Yeah, about the reason. Sexist.
I won't give you money because Holo's there. What if she was a guy? All of a sudden, oh yeah, I'll give you all the money you want.
So
well, I think what it implies is that he has money if he has a woman.
Yeah.
Well, I think that could be a factor. I also believe it's the whole trust thing of it. I think they think that if you get this money, you're going to spend it on her. I think that's the issue. It's kind of
Okay.
like, imagine if,
Sexist.
I mean, no,
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's sexist.
They also said in this episode she looks like a town girl.
Which she's dressed in fine clothes, so yeah, that's
Yeah.
another factor of it.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, this is probably why he told her to stay at home, because, or not at home, at the inn, so that he could look even more pathetic and get that money. But then,
Well, no,
she's around.
when he asked her to stay home, he was asking her to stay home. He wasn't in depth at that time. He asked her to stay home because that was when he was going to his guild, and he didn't want to introduce her as his wife.
Yeah. And she
But-
kind of didn't like that.
Yeah, she's like, at least introduce me as your lover. He's like, all I can do is business partner, but
It's like Pawn Stars. The best I can do is business partner.
The best I can do, man. Business partner, acquaintance.
deal. But
Yeah, that's sad.
yeah, it was basically the whole thing. It's kind of like, think of it as somebody's asked you to borrow money. They ask you to borrow money, and they do it. You're like, yeah, I need money for gas, and then they come in a Ferrari. The key's still in the ignition,
You're comparing,
and then they got their hot model. They got their hot model wife just in the background, just posing like this. You're like, fuck, you need money from me? You need money from me?
That's a good example. That is true. It's like, hey, could I borrow a few bucks from you? Yeah, you look like you need a few bucks. Go away. I would think somebody was messing with me if that was the case.
Oh, but it was pretty bad. Like, you saw one scene
People
where,
were throwing pennies at him.
yeah, he was literally picking money up off the ground. Somebody just throw a bucket of water. Why did they do that? He just throw a bucket of water.
Like,
how dare you?
just tell the guy no. It's like, could you imagine that whole exchange? Hold on one second. He's filling it up. Right.
He's just looking at him like, you son of a bitch, how dare you?
It's halfway there. Just hold on. All right, it's full now. And throw it on him.
The funniest part about that is the dude who threw water on him wasn't the person he asked. It was like his apprentice or something. So the apprentice was like, oh. I'm like, I would have been like, you're not even the one with the money.
Right, you're just some dude that throws the water for some reason.
We find out that's his only job.
He holds a bucket. He stands in a corner holding a bucket of water.
He's been waiting for this day.
Oh, today's the day.
Yes.
Every person that comes in, he's like eyeing him up and down, like, this could be the one.
He's like, Master, can I? Oh, not yet. Curses.
You have to wait with that water. It's like, I think today's the day he gets that water. Yes, I finally can use it.
He used it on Lawrence before he even asked.
Right. It's like, hey, I got a question. The answer is no, son. Sorry.
Hey, water. The cripple store say, hey, water boy, you got one.
Oh, Waterboy. The Adam Sandler movie in '99 or '98, whatever.
But pretty sad, pathetic stuff. How do you see Lawrence getting out of this situation, EA? What does he have to do? What would you do if you're in this situation?
Well, gotta strip down naked and sell my body. No, I'm kidding.
Just imagine Lawrence doing that in the street, like everybody's going home. He's like, "Hey, anybody want to
sucky, $5.
like what's this dad bod looking?"
Yeah, no, I mean, at that point, there's really nothing you can do, because especially if everybody in that town's telling you no. Like, what can you do? The only thing you can do is just face your fate.
Your fate stay night.
But your fate stayed on Night Unlimited Blade works. But if anything, Hollow seemed to always be the one to figure stuff out. She was the one to help with getting more money for those fur pelts. She was the one that helped him when it came to the leaning table from that other place. I almost feel like he needs to lean on Holo when it comes to this. And I know he got mad at her and was basically like, "Go away. I don't like you." But I don't know what she could do at this point, to be honest. Like, what could she do?
I have a theory. Well, remember the scene?
I'm scared.
What?
What's your theory?
Go ahead.
Remember the scene with the Rowan? Was it the Rowan or was it the? Either way, the one where he goes to the guild and he's trying to like, "Can you help me?" And they're like, "No, we can't. We can offer, we can't. No exceptions for anyone." Which I think is the first person they went to. Holo was there with them, remember? And he said something at the very end. He said, basically along the lines of like, "Give him hell. There's always loopholes." Well, remember, at the end of the episode, Kraft's like, if you just weren't here, you ruined everything, right? You dumb wolf, stupid dog. You make me look bad.
Hey,
Courage.
Holo just goes, "What?" Well,
things I do for love.
Oh, Muriel.
Well, I think building off of EA here, where you said, she's always the one to figure stuff out. She is the wise wolf. She's wise beyond her many thousands of years. So I think there is some loophole, and I think they're going to come out of this way better than they went into it. And they're gonna show it to those debt collectors, those dummies.
Yeah. I don't know what it is though, because I don't really know much about economics. All I know is they said that the reason why armor is the way that it is because there's no war. Well, let's start a fucking war, huh?
What the fuck?
So start a holy war.
I got it.
That way they need the armor.
They open the Church of Holo.
This sounds like some Ed and Eddie plot.
Yeah.
Just start a war in one day just to get one jawbreaker.
Listen to me, Double D. We're going to armor right now is shit. We're gonna go ahead and start a war. That way they'll pay us 3 times. I like it. Eddie, it's a great plan.
Toast.
It's a great plan. I want to go fight all the chickens.
But don't you think that's stupid, Ed? It'll be great.
It'll be great. Yeah. Oh my god.
Make sure EA never becomes president. Oh my god.
Oh, that's hilarious. Also, Fate Stay Night limited budget works. That's right.
I'm glad they didn't draw out Kraft being frustrated with the Holo. He clearly lashed out from being in a stressful situation. Yeah, because they could have went. Because we've seen this a lot in a romance anime where a misunderstanding happens, person runs away, and then for like maybe like a whole arc, they're at odds with each other. And that's not to say that they're not at odds with each other currently, but at least it was handled in a way where Lawrence immediately apologized for his behavior, because it's understandable that he's in this situation because literally his life is on the line. He's at risk of losing everything. Like, his dream is to own a shop, And they kind of talked about why he can't just run away because word spreads amongst merchants. If he tries to run away, and even if he's successful, he lives whatever, his dream will be done essentially because everybody will know, yeah, that Lawrence guy, that's the dude owes a shit ton of money and he needs to be locked up. So, and especially because he's in this church area, so he might have like crusaders going after him.
Oh my God! And you don't want those guys to come after you. Have you found Jesus? He may forgive you, but I won't.
No, I worship the Church of Holo. He's pretty cool.
Oh, they're definitely gonna kill him.
She turns into a wolf on Saturdays.
It's a believer of the cult.
We get to ride her around the church. We bring all the kids.
I'm sorry,
by and they
you
have
went
fun.
with her? They have like shotguns in this
We feed her
era.
cheesy potatoes. She really likes it. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Was something I wanted to say. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. I do appreciate that, though, I guess, touching back on the whole. They could have turned this into another plot with Lawrence being mad at Holo, but yeah, he did immediately apologize and was just like,
I also think,
look, it's not you, it's me. I'm just stressed right now, okay?
I think Holo's also so smart that I think she understands. I just think she's really hurt by it. I think there is more than probably what's going to happen is like the next episode she's going to be like, yeah, I'm still going to help you anyways because you're a dumbass. So you are an ass. So there you go.
Well,
Who is the ass? You are the ass.
I think this is another thing I just love about this relationship, is specifically with Holo, because we see a lot of instances, even earlier in this episode, where she does a lot of the teasing and making fun of him, and sometimes even lording her wisdom over Lawrence. But in this situation, she doesn't really have the full picture. All she really knows is Lawrence is really hurt, and she even asked him to like explain this in layman terms to her because she doesn't really understand economics thoroughly because she hasn't lived in current times. So because she knows that things are affecting Lawrence and how serious the matter is, she turns that playful side off. Like she was just as serious as Lawrence was, even though she wasn't as distraught, because obviously this stuff doesn't really affect her the way it's affecting
She ain't got
Lawrence.
no money.
Yeah, I mean she's freeloading off of Lawrence, but you know, I love the fact that when things get dire, she even said, if all else fails, I will turn into a big ass wolf and we're escaping. If it comes to that, you know.
That's nice of her.
That's what I do for JJK. I'm a ride or die like JJK. She's a ride or die for Kraft.
He's lying.
I'll take Gojo into my mouth and we will escape together. From that icky Sukuna and that icky Mei.
Well, earlier in the episode, there was some weird things going on with Nora in the church. It seems like she's kind of being ostracized by them for whatever reason. She asked, well, maybe that's it. The priest, or she asked the priest, "Hey, can you stop giving me your toughest battles?" And he's like, "God said that you are tough enough for it, so travel the hard path you must." And yeah, because where she has her sheep, graze the field and whatnot, they already told us like his wolves all around the area. Because she's a good shepherd, she doesn't encounter any wolves, but it's still not profitable for her to be in that area because she can't escort anybody because that's not where all the business is. But for whatever reason, they're not allowing her to see better business despite her talents. But that's, we don't really know much about that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Holo pulled a Sasha this episode when she was eating a meat pie, and then Lawrence was like, "Hey, that was mine," and then Holo's like, and gives him like 1/10 of it.
Here's a little tiny. I paid for the motherfucker, but here's a little teeny tiny piece of it. Gee, thanks. You're so nice.
I mean, you gotta do what she says. She's cuter than everyone, as she proclaims herself to be constantly, all the time, without fail.
I love that talk.
She loves the fact that she's cuter than everyone. I am the cutest. I am the cutest.
Now with the baddie, worth it in my opinion. He's literally about to be sold into servitude for 10 years and possibly die of some old disease.
No. Calm down. Let's not judge Midnight too quickly on this one. A broken clock is right twice a day.
No. Not in this instance.
No. I mean, you're gonna be working into the mines until you die. I don't think it's worth it.
And even if he escapes with her, his dream will be done.
Polo's worth it every time.
There's no convincing him, Satsuki.
He's lost.
Or Midnight for that matter, because he literally just, in all caps, said worth it. So, there you go. They want to be on the run with a wolf that belly is never full.
We can solve that.
Have fun. She's gonna turn on you one of these days. She's gonna get hungry and she's gonna go, "You look good. Gonna eat you." And then you're dead, and then will you still say it was worth it then?
Probably.
As your skeletal remains carcass, you know.
Did he just say I mean?
I mean,
what? Just stop the sentence right there.
No, Midnight's right. Love is all about sacrifice.
No, you don't get eaten by your lover. That's not how that works.
Well, I mean, that's just a personal opinion.
No, that's a fact.
Well,
if your lover is a wolf and you are dead because of that...
Well, that's just like your opinion, man. Buddy. Guy.
Okay, the dude.
You're being left off. You're being left off of the King of Anime podcast.
Yep.
We can't have this here
because of all the eating that's going to happen to him.
Yeah, we're leaving Vor back on KOA, but on TKOA, this is not happening. We don't accept this.
TKOA. Yeah. I like that name.
But yeah, that's pretty much the episode. We just gotta see how. I mean, let me ask you: do you think Lawrence is going to pay back his debt, or do they do the dash?
Like I said, if they figure...
he has 2 days. He essentially wasted a day.
I mean, like I said, if they find out a way to do it within that time frame, I don't know how they're going to do it. But I can also see them running away because Holo is a goddess and giant wolf and whatever. But I don't know. I think it's going to get resolved. I just don't know how. Something with economics, I'm sure. There's a need of armor again. Look outside. Look at all those bombs.
I mean, he has like a couple of pennies. You know, he can do something with that.
Yeah.
Start a lemonade stand.
In the you just see him just fresh lemonade. Come get your fresh. Throws the water on him. No.
Oh, this is wait.
Oh my god.
Oh, the stream just connected for a second. It's fine now. That was weird.
Oh shit.
That's strange.
But yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I think it's gonna get resolved somehow. Holo, being the wise wolf that she is, she's gonna figure something out.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wanted to say things are different in this situation, at least when it comes to Holo's wisdom. Because like I said, Holo isn't really accustomed to this world. She's smart in that she knows people. She's able to tell when they lie, and she's very observant. This situation is harder for her because in every situation where she made a profit or whatever, there was something she could work with. There was some type of basis. Here, they're working with practically nothing. It's one thing if Lawrence has some material he can sell, and then Holo ups the price and enhances what she can get from it. But it's a whole different thing if there's nothing there. Right now, they have nothing. That's the big issue with this. And because Holo doesn't know this world, I'm not saying she's useless in this situation, but she's not as useful as she normally would be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, then I guess he'll have to set up that lemonade stand.
Maybe I'm missing something. What's stopping Holo from turning into a big ass wolf and saying no? Because Midnight, Lawrence wants to be a merchant and he wants to own a shop. In order for him to do that, he has to have good relationships with people. If he doesn't pay back the money, then word will spread of this, and then he won't have a good reputation anywhere he goes. Will be hunted down and potentially captured and forced into 10 years of servitude.
Yeah.
He can escape. He can escape for sure, but he can't achieve his dream if he doesn't pay back his debt.
Yeah. And he'll just die getting eaten by Holo, so what a way to go.
We just turned Holo into a murderous cannibal.
She's always hungry. Her belly
I think I
is
would
never
like to
full.
partake in humans today, Kraft.
I mean, she survived like a couple hundred years without eating humans. I think she could do like a couple hundred more.
You look delicious today,
she's
Kraft.
eating like she hasn't eaten in 100 years.
She hasn't.
But that's what
Really?
I'm saying. How quenched will her hunger be when they run away? That's what I'm saying. Because when she looks into Lawrence's eyes and says, "You smell of sweat and barbecue," she's going to think twice about possibly eating him. I don't know. I could be just overthinking it, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody like gives him a loan or something. Maybe somebody gives feels really bad for him. It's like, "Oh, put your clothes on, dude. I'll give you the money. Just please put your pants on."
Start selling crack. That's what I do.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Let's sell that crack. And we're talking about the booty crack,
I'm talking about like
the drug.
like DJ cracks.
Okay.
Ricker.
DJ Kraken.
Well, this is a killer pass.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
it is.
It's number 9. I have to see what happens.
Jesus
And
Christ.
I have been liking this a lot more than the first time I watched it many years ago, so I have to pass it. It's a good series.
Gotta pass it for Holo. Best girl.
Ever killed this show is not me.
Kraft is going to sell his soul in exchange for $50.
Yeah, inflation is a bitch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead. Get into Ranger Reject, episode 7.
I hate the show.
Oh shit.
I don't hate the show. I wish it would stop cutting out the funny parts though.
It is a very serious adaptation of it. It's more dramatic.
It's just 2 scenes that I wish were there. They cut out one scene where Hisui is chasing D. It's like after, yes, second day anyways, but remember when he's like in the truck with Angel and the rest of the people that were shunned? Before that scene happened, Hisui just goes, "Hey, Sakurama, what's up?" And he sees her, and he just books it. And he loses her when he gets in the van or the truck. And then there's another scene where Afro Boy, Ranmaru, the way they framed it, it wasn't funny, and I don't even think that was their intention. But I don't know why, because it was a pretty great way to do it. Because Ranmaru, you see like a brief scene where he's like about to give his backstory, right? In the manga, he's about to have his speech, and you could tell he's about to wind up to give a backstory speech because of some of the words he's saying. It's like you hear these words, you're like, okay, we're in for a backstory, and then they change the filter and everything. D stops him midway. He's just like, I do not care. He's like, I don't care. Can we please talk about the plans? And I don't know why they cut that out. It's been a lot of funny stuff that you just omitted from this, and I don't know why.
Well, I'll tell you why.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
Because the director did an interview with a magazine, and they asked him, "Hey, why are you cutting stuff?" And he went, "Well, the pacing in the manga is much slower. There's a lot more stuff. We simply weren't able to fit it all into 20-minute episodes, so we had to make concessions." And it's very clear they did that. They cut out all the funny stuff because that's probably the easiest thing to cut. But it's a much more serious adaptation because of that. Much more dramatic.
Yeah, darker. It shows. I don't know. I enjoy this. I'm enjoying this. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, Yumiko Best Girl proved it once again this episode.
She just gave him the key.
How? See?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
No,
What
it's
do you
plain.
mean?
It's plain. How does she prove herself to be best girl this episode?
Well, first of all, she has an AT field. Only best girls have AT fields. This is true.
Field.
This is a fact.
What does that mean?
An anti something field. Forget what the T stands for. It's an Evangelion reference.
Very nice. Okay.
She has an AT field, right?
An anti-titty field. Okay.
Anti-titty field. Even though there are titties within that field, it makes
No,
no
it's
sense.
okay if it's on her person. It keeps the outside titties.
Yeah. You know, Yumiko, her and titties don't go. She don't like them titties. She hates them.
No.
Hates. Yeah, she hates women too. Apparently, she thinks they should all die.
I don't think she said that.
Well, who knows?
I don't think those were her words.
Yumiko, tough fight, right? She's laying him out. She's doing the Naruto run. She's beating up Yamato. Sakurama shooting her in the face. Nothing's happening, and she's like, you know what? You guys did good today. I'm proud of y'all. Here's the key.
I hate that they did the whole Dragon Ball thing. Like with the key blast, where they just keep shooting for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They keep
Ever. I don't think I've ever seen an anime where it's ever worked. Ever.
Yeah, that would be super surprised that the smoke cleared and the person's actually dead. You're like, oh shit.
It's just a pile of ashes. You're like, oh shit. It actually worked. High five, everybody.
Well done.
How many times have these people tried to kill Yumiko? This is like the second time, right?
I mean, they tried to hit her with a truck immediately.
Yeah, and she didn't die.
Which is pretty funny because it's not like they knew that she had this force field thing, so they were trying to kill her for sure.
Yeah. They would have committed murder.
He really wanted those keys.
It's like
Give us those keys.
It's like in Spider-Man 3 when in the symbiote, when he has the symbiote on, and he takes Sandman's face and he grinds it against the train without even knowing he's Sandman.
Oh, that's true.
That is. Oh my god. You're right. I never thought of it, but you're right. He's fighting this regular strong guy and then murder. Oh shit. You have sand on your face?
Yeah, I was trying to brutally murder you. I was trying to end up a Mortal Kombat character.
That is funny.
But yeah. So, EA,
Yeah.
apologize.
For what?
Apologize. You said. Let me make sure I got her name right. You said Izome was evil, and she was sweet and nice in this episode.
Yeah, she was. Okay. I apologize. She does seem like she's a sweetie, even though I don't know.
Angel?
Izome,
No, eyes on
Which
me.
one's Izome?
All eyes on me.
blue midget.
Yeah.
Oh, Komachi. Well, I mean,
But,
in this episode, they describe her as monstrous.
Yeah, but she seemed really sweet.
I think it's her power. Well, no. Was it her? I think. Well, no. I think somebody did say that. I think they're talking about her power though, not her personality.
Yeah, she does seem nice. And she seemed like she was gonna fight that god thing. I know I'm jumping way ahead, but she was like in there because it was killing other ranges, and we're about to see what she can do and what her power is, so that's gonna be neat. But going back to earlier in the episode, she was giving Dee some advice, and it seemed wholehearted. So that was nice.
She even tried to warn him about Shion betraying him. Basically, she's like,
Yeah.
Are you gonna go because your partner's not coming?" He's like, "No, I'll just wait for him." And she's like, "Okay, let me give you some advice before you leave." Then,
Yeah, and that motherfucker betrayed him. And they have a new group, the Super Douche Group.
They are douches.
That's why they're known as the Super Douche Rangers. That's their group. But the one that D's in with Afro and Angel and other dude, they are the loser Rangers. Or Ranger Rejects, excuse
they're
me.
Rejects. Uh-huh.
They are the rejects. And now the name is starting to come together. They're the Ranger Rejects. I get
They're
it
the
now.
Go-Go Loser Ranger.
They're the Go-Go Loser Ranger, aka Ranger Rejects.
It's like when you get chicken dinner in a PUBG. You have now become player unknown.
Thank God.
Yeah. So I wonder if anybody else is going to join the crew because there's only 4 of them.
No, I think someone is dead.
Oh,
I think
Well,
I don't remember. Oh no. Actually, I remember the person who's not there. It's the one with the pink hair. I don't know if you remember. He was like the real big guy.
yeah.
Muscle guy.
Yeah, we don't know what happened.
He tried lifting up a fucking boulder and it crushed him under his own weight. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe Tsukasa.
Possible.
That's his name.
And then these douche rangers came and stole it at the last second, and they're like, "We got it now." And then it ends. It's like, ooh,
I don't even know if we can call it like a theft. It was just like
he just walked up and took it from him. It's like
they didn't even have a plan. They just said, "Yeah." I want to know how that planning went. Yeah, we're just gonna walk up to him and just take it. He's nothing.
I mean, he's not going to do anything. Let's just walk up there and take it. You think that'll go? Yeah, I think it'll go fine. I mean, what are they going to do? They can do shit. All right. If you fuck this up, I'm blaming you. Okay, let's just do it. Yoink. Can't believe that worked. We fucking got it.
The worst plan ever. They did that. They obviously did that to make it surprising, but it's just funny to think that they actually had the audacity to try that. And it worked.
Yeah.
The Christmas store said, "I don't know if I was more pissed off by them taking it or about how easy it was."
Yeah, that does piss me off. But they have one more day, so that tells me that they have more monsters to fight or whatever. However, maybe, just maybe, I think they're going to steal those keys back. I don't know how they're going to do it, but if the plan is as genius as the douche rangers was, I think I think they'll have a better plan where it's just like, oh my god, what the hell is that? And then they just take it. I don't know. They'll steal the keys back because, I mean, if they can take it from them, they can take it back. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that was actually, I don't know if Ellie's still here, but the girl that he favors, Angel, came up with the plan.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing she suggested was, let's steal the keys from the other Rangers. You know, skip all the trying to fight these other second in command guys. Why do that when we could just fight them and then take it from them? Which
Yeah, it's a good plan. That is a good plan. They gotta do something though, because there's 4 against 5 now, so they gotta even the odds. They gotta take out somebody.
That'd be fine.
They gotta cap somebody's knees.
Oh, and also, Ranmaru now knows that D is D.
Yeah,
and not Sakurama.
That was one of my kind of bigger complaints, was just of how quick it was. And I don't know if it has to do with the manga pacing or whatever, but he finds out he's D and then just goes, well, that's a thing. Let's just fight now.
I think he's terrified.
But you know what I mean? Like he's not even gonna go, Angel, other dude. That's a fucking fighter over there. That's not even a who we think that is. Like nothing. I just thought that was kind of a plot convenience. I mean, maybe it's explained better, or maybe they'll drag it out more in the next episode, but it just seemed very just quick resolution. Oh my god, you're a fighter. Okay, let's fight. Let's work together, even though we've known you guys to be villains.
Yeah, no, I think we didn't see the whole thing. I think we're gonna see that later.
Yeah. That's what I think too. Because it just seemed way too quick.
Yeah. Just kind of like, yeah. And there's like no reason. There's no. It just happened out of nowhere. So.
Yeah. He grazed his head. It was just like, look at me. And then that was it.
The real tragedy though in this episode though is the maintenance man is dead.
Yeah.
So
he's a nice guy.
The maintenance man was nice. He was
saw
willing
X's, and he was like,
yeah.
let me help her out.
He was willing to let her go, and then he got killed. And D doesn't even know he's talking to a dead guy in a closet now. And he's just like, it's a joke. You're supposed to
laugh at my jokes, bitch.
And then he's collecting flies are buzzing around his face and everything.
I'm giving you comedy gold. Damn.
He opens a door and he's like, man, my joke looks like my jokes really kill, don't they? Not flesh anymore. What's going on here?
But speaking of that, we are introduced to that, I guess it's called a god creature or whatever.
Boss monster.
The boss monster is literally what we saw in like the earlier episodes of this season, and now is finally here, going around killing people. I'm like, whoa,
Lord
took a sweet time. How did he even get in to the base? Is what I'm curious about.
Yeah, we know.
Isn't this supposed to be like a top secret, exclusive?
No,
place?
it's like a public facility.
Oh.
Like, is it not?
I don't remember.
I don't think the place that they're in right now is that secure, because this is not like a squadron base or anything like that.
Yeah.
This is just where they're training.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And she knocked on those pipes, and just the right way. She's making pipe music or something.
She just does the Mario theme song, and then I heard your call.
Thought it was funny when a hero is here. I thought it was really funny when when D comes up behind her, grabs her by the head, and she looks like she just saw a ghost for a second. Oh shit! I'm caught.
Shit.
Probably the worst place to be caught in. She's got balls to be going out in this facility.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, absolutely. But as we've established before, she is an idiot.
She is. She's a little naive. I think I think a lot of the fighters are very naive people. Because the same thing was with D, right? Because D smartened up after Yumeko helped him out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it took Yumeko slicing his head off multiple times and
Just let
seductively
me-
peering over him. So, yeah, I think that's it makes sense. They don't have any education.
But they don't need no education.
We don't need no education.
Yeah,
Leave those
freaking-
rangers alone.
Leave those rangers alone. But yeah, freaking. I don't know what's gonna happen next. All I know is Yumiko. She gave up the key really quick because she knew that was D. What I'm confused on is she said, "Oh no, actually no, I'm not. I just remembered." She said 4 more to go. She's talking about the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was so confused. I was like, 4 more what? And then I just went, oh yeah, it's the weapons. Of course, it's the weapons. She's a nice lady to just give up the key like that.
That's true. Yumeko is she may be sadistic, but she's a lovely lady.
I thought you were about to say best girl.
Oh, well, I mean, it goes without saying, right? I think we all know by this point, everyone agrees Yumeko best girl.
I mean, Angel's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
She's got the heterochromia going on.
but is she Yumeko?
I mean, we don't know yet. She just has a gash in her leg. That's what we know of her.
That's true. By the way, they gave her boob jiggle this episode at the very beginning. I know
missed it.
this because I've played a lot of Stellar Blade recently, so I can spot it from a mile away.
Oh, please. This was pre-Stellar Blade, sir?
Well, this is very post-Stellar Blade.
I mean, who's the girl with the really big boobs? May May?
I think her name is like Rin Rin or something.
Rin
Rin
Rin.
Rin.
Yeah. I thought that was your girl, was Rin Rin.
No,
It
that's
is.
just the one that I liked out of the girls that were introduced in that episode.
Because she was Boo Boo. That's right.
Boob boob?
Yeah, that was her nickname that that we assigned her because she had those tiggle bitties.
And then Yumiko's just targeted him instead. Like grabbed him by the face and like slammed him into the wall.
Mm-hmm. She wants to let people know. No. There's no hiding from me. We
I'm
gotta
looking-
fight as a team.
I'm looking at the scene, and this is the girl that C called Lovely. She goes, grabs him by the face and says, "That's why your female partner yesterday talked trash about you, you know." And then she proceeds to go, hold on, I'm waiting for the next line. "Did you forget? You're timid, cowardly, and not suited to be a hero of justice."
Damn. She doesn't sound nice at all, see?
Well, no, it's very simple, you know. Sometimes you need the truth, right?
Boo, you
What?
stink!
And
What's the truth?
well, she was telling him the truth, and she was being very honest to him. You know, no hard feelings and all that. And,
You could let somebody down nicer than that.
I think
mean,
Yamato's going to
if you-
bounce
if
back
somebody-
from this. I think,
If
you know.
if you tell somebody they have cancer, you don't just say, "Oh, by the way, you have cancer." Next patient. You know, you got to have some tact with it.
Well, she did. You know, she did. She got.
With some face smashing.
Well, I mean, the context of the scene and what they were doing, it required. You know, she was acting in the moment, right? If this was just, you know, normal fun times, you know, Yumiko would probably just tease him a little bit. That's all.
You're a fucking loser, tee.
Yeah.
Ellie said, "I bet she wish he was the guy at the wall." Also, Angel is great.
Angel is great, Ellie.
We know
I
about
agree.
you, Ellie. We know. But she's defending like Sasuke. Like me? How did I get brought up into this?
Because I think it's because whenever you defend your psycho women, I mean the ladies that you like on on KOA, you defend them.
I haven't done that. I don't recall.
Not since Ubel. That was the last one.
Did I defend Ubel like that? I don't think I did.
You did sing your high praises about her.
Yeah, I talked about how I liked her, but I don't think I defended her from any crimes or anything. I haven't done that since like Akito. That's the one I remember vividly.
No. Decrepit Storm says I'm so criticized. You can't criticize me. I'm uncriticizable. I got a clean slate here. Yumiko did nothing wrong. She's totally fine. All above water. Just great. Awesome person, great personality, lover.
She wants to destroy the organization from within, but okay.
And she's trying to save the world from these evil rangers.
I mean,
Is she?
I want to say it does, because remember, the villains are the main people. Don't get me wrong, the good guys, quote unquote good guys, aren't really the best people either, but they're at least defending Earth.
Midnight says something horrible. He says they are all fighting for second place behind Pink Ranger.
Out of all the women you could choose, you choose the incest lady.
You choose the one that goes Suke when it comes to
Midnight. Are you the one
Ugh.
last week that asked about the incest thing?
Ellie just said it's midnight. Are you surprised?
I'm not personally, but disappointed. Tad bit.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
It's like that Drake and Josh episode. I don't know if people watch this episode. It's
That
when
was, like,
Josh.
after my time.
Yeah, it's this episode where like Drake pisses off Josh to the utmost. Like he presses his buttons too much, and then Josh is like, "I'm not mad at you. I'm just done."
Jeez, that's what did the or ooh, as in like something's about to go down. Oh, I love those live audience reactions of TV shows back then. It's like ooh.
Hey, laugh at the scene. It's funny.
The best was whenever they would kiss and people would go ooh.
Like, who was in the crowd just like, oh,
Like, they just fucking kissed too.
When someone says boobs, to this day I still think of Drake and Josh.
boob.
What was it? Was it one episode where he was like, "You ruined it, ruined it"?
Was that Drake and Josh?
I think that
wouldn't
was.
know.
That sounds
I haven't
familiar.
watched it.
That sounds familiar. No, it may be Drake and Josh. I forgot what moment it was, but that sounds familiar.
Remember the fake game system? Oh, Neon
They had a
says,
lot of fakes. They had a lot of fake
iCarly.
stuff.
So it could have been
Was that iCarly?
Maybe.
Mm.
Same show. Same show.
They had like the pair phones. That was pretty funny. And they had the fake version of Twitter. It was called like the Slap.
Yeah,
The
I remember as a
slap.
kid watching that and going, "What the fuck's this?" Because I didn't know what the hell Twitter was at the time. Thank God.
She just protected off her little bro after what happened to them. Oh, she's just protective. Oh, she's just very protective of her little bro after what happened to them.
Yeah. So
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
mean,
blushing after thinking about your brothers.
listen, there's being protective, and then there's you wanting to stick your thing in them.
Well,
Or to get their thing in you.
Other way around. You know what I'm. They want penetration, is what I'm saying. There's a difference between I'm protecting you. You know, this is my younger sibling. To please do me.
I mean, it could be that still, because
I mean, either way, the it's wrong. It's disgusting.
and she's kind of in a wheelchair, so, and I think she can't move normally unless she's in
I feel
her
it from the waist
suit.
down.
So I don't. Never mind. Let's get off this. I'm done.
Let's go to the next episode, shall we?
I'm done. We let Midnight ruin the stream too much.
Yeah, we did. I
All
regret
right,
that.
let's move on to the next show, I guess. Let's talk about the Fable. See what Midnight has to say about this one.
Oh my god! If he likes, please don't watch the show Midnight.
We gotta talk about Yoko.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's get that out of the way.
I was in C stream and we were watching this, and the whole time we were just like, dude, Yoko is evil. I mean, we've seen this before. It's just the absolute dissection of this new guy and just tearing him apart in her mind and everything. The best part about it was the bartender. He knows every fucking thing.
He just said no. He doesn't say a word. He's like the funniest character in the season.
Yeah, and Yoko's just like talking to him with her face, just like, you better not say anything, okay? or we're gonna have problems.
And he's like,
That is hilarious. But yeah,
I love how she forgot about him. She was about to set this whole con up, and then she go, and he looks back at her like, she's like, just keep it between us. And he's like, all right, I'm a pro.
you know, if he really was a pro and everything, keep the drinks coming so that at least he gets paid. You know, if he was smart. I mean, yeah, maybe he'll be responsible for a few people that die of alcohol poisoning. But at the end of the day, he's still getting paid. He's still getting tips.
God.
Well, they don't tip in Japan, but he's still getting paid.
Oh man. Yeah, she's just like in playing this character and being able to tailor make her personality and what she believes that someone's gonna like. Because the whole time she's playing this like inexperienced shy girl or whatever, trying to appeal to him so he could feel like a man. Because he's talking about his watch, he's talking about his job, how he works out, and all this stuff. And the whole time she's acting like that. She's just like, he's a piece of shit. I can't wait to break him down.
Mm-hmm. She is looking forward to the point and then the moment of breaking this guy down emotionally. That's sick. That's
Carson,
really sick.
Carson, imagine her meeting Sanji. Oh my god.
Jesus. Okay, well, first of all, she would be playing right into his hands. Sanji's just such a boner himself. He's just like, oh, I love women. And then the second that, you know, he thinks that he's getting some, she just breaks him down, and then just Sanji would probably stop being a straw hat after that.
After what, like the stuff that she would do to Sanji is stuff that you will only read in the Bible. It's like some heinous, downright stuff that you wouldn't even think of.
Hold up, Light Roller. He says we all need a Yoko in our lives.
No, we don't. I can definitely agree with. Well, I can attest to that. Not attest to it. Reject that thing. We don't need a Yoko in our lives.
Like, what does he mean by that? Like, have her in your life as like a friend or something like that? Because sure, I would rather her be on my side than not be on my side.
Sure,
but like, if we're talking about dating,
you don't want someone like that. You don't want someone to fuck with you.
Midnight says, genuine though, what is evil? If not the lacks of love, every evil woman is just a girl with a broken heart.
skip over that.
Yeah, let's not answer Midnight anymore.
But Jackal was in
It's
this
wild.
episode.
Yeah,
He was.
Jackal's great.
Jackal. Was it this episode where the guy was saying, "I slept with your ex-wife" or something?
Yeah. he was like, oh, my girl won't have sex with me. He was like, your ex-wife though, that was really easy. He was like, oh, you can't say that to me. And then Akira he's just like, hang in there, Jackal.
Hang in
You'll
there,
get
buddy.
through this.
he's rooting for him.
He's so invested in this.
He really is.
And seeing like how Yoko is and seeing how Akira is, you see like the contrast where Akira is looking like a normal person for all intents and purposes. He's still like kind of, I don't know, like still a little socially inept, but
He's very dim.
He's doing better.
he's not as bad as a lot of people we're seeing. We're seeing people that we're seeing like actual murderer, like of course he's a murderer, but people who are murdering people for pleasure. We're seeing Yoko. We're seeing this. We didn't even talk about him, and I don't want to talk about him for too long. But Kainuma, who's up there jacking off or imagining himself jacking off to his coworker. So it's like Akira's looking more and more normal the more we find out about these other characters.
Yeah. Yeah, Kainuma needs to get God already.
He's pretty sick. He's talking about he's looking at the lewd photos of Misaki, and he doesn't even have the decency to just have his fantasies there. He's like, I wonder how will it be if I blackmail her with this? Will she sleep with me? Oh my god.
You wish, you asshole. Yeah.
And he does a thing again where we got to talk about this where Akira's like drawing and he's hating again. He's like,
Yeah.
looks like an elementary.
When I was watching this live, I thought for a second it was going to be like the best thing ever drawn or whatever. Because
it's going to be like Kentaro Miura just
yeah, I thought I didn't know what to expect because it was like focusing on it for a little bit and I'm like, "Oh, it's going to be amazing." And it was absolute shit. It was absolute garbage. I was like, "Oh, that's even worse." But they were like, "Oh, it's cute. Let's fucking keep it."
yeah, it has a lot of happy energy, as they said.
The giraffe, I don't even know what the giraffe was. There was a couple with stick figure legs.
They were like, anytime he drew something, they were like, "What's that?" He's like, "Giraffe." What is that? It's zebra.
It's a zebra.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Akira, I said it last night, Akira fails upwards.
he does. Because he got a raise. He got $1 raise from that.
Yeah. He's a 900 yen man now.
Yeah. He's the working class man now.
I just love his reaction to things. He's like, I finally made it. 900 yen.
Finally made it.
And also, he probably inadvertently rizzed up Misaki again, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still has no interest, but guarantee you Misaki's just like, he's cute. He's cute.
Yeah, she's like, kind of like, intriguing.
Yeah, he's charming in his own way.
I shall make a note of this.
Hup. Decrepit Storm says Jackal got cucked. This is the true cuckening.
Well,
yeah.
or the other guy that was Yoko's victim. We actually got his name this episode too. What was it? Yuki.
Dude, Yuki was having a heart attack the whole time that he was talking to Yoko.
He's rubbing his chest.
He was going, she's so fucking hot. I told C when we were watching this, I'm like, this guy's gonna have a fucking heart attack before he even like gets close to her. He's gonna die and say, "Check, please."
The worst part is Yoko's just like, yeah, I'm gonna save him for later. So this is not even going to be the last time that she does this.
She said, "I can fuck with him for 3 months and then move on to the next victim." I'm like, "Oh my god!"
That's the best part of it. She's doing this because she's just bored.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like these people wronged her. Yeah, and the thing is, Akira even Akira was like, "Yoko, why don't you get a job or something?" And she's like,
"Pickleball."
She's like, "What? What the fuck?"
I personally think she has a problem. I think she's an alcoholic. The fact that she's up all night and then doesn't wake up until the afternoon/evening. I mean, that's not a great way to live, to be honest. And I think maybe that's something that gets addressed later on, other than the fact that she's sadistic. But I mean, that's her hobby, is fucking with people. I'm good for her, I guess. I got a whole year to do this shit. You know what? I'm gonna fuck with some men.
That bartender's gonna be an accomplice to a crime.
He really is. She's gonna look at him and say, "You saw nothing. This dead body. You're gonna help me bury it." And he's not even gonna say anything. Then he's just.
He's just gonna get the shovel and start digging.
Here's the shovel. And then just, oh man. Yeah, this
oh my god.
This has been some fun shit. Oh god, what?
That's why love would be good for Yoko. It gives her something to put her energy into.
She's found her love, and that's sadistically torturing people very slowly and methodically.
She would be great at Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, she'd be great at that job.
She'd be, yeah. I don't know if you can put that on your resume. So I'm a good torturer.
You just gotta like rephrase it. Like, I'm.
Are you Saji energy?
Basically.
That is hilarious.
But the more darker, serious bit of the episode is all having to do with Kenji, Ebi's brother.
Kenji.
Yeah. Falling more and more into the Yakuza that he knew of, which he's like, why are you sitting here like a sissy, Takahashi? Why are you actually following orders? We need to kill people and sell prostitutes and so
dude, before even that happened, Takahashi had a fucking dream where he was trying to take the dead guy's thumb and like scan it to open the the safe and everything, and it wasn't working, so he just used his own thumb, opens it up, and the most random fucking thing happens where Kenji just opens up, pops out of the safe and goes, "Killing's like sex," or I can't remember what he said.
You say you like sex. You say you like sex.
That's it. Do you like sex? I'm like, what the fuck?
That's a hell of a Jack in the Box.
That is
a nightmare.
There's only two unexpected Jack in the Boxes in this world. That's the one from the Fable and Nezuko.
Yeah, that was a weird ass dream, and poor Takahashi.
I feel bad for him.
I do too. He took this Yakuza thing and was like doing an internship or something, but he's got way in over his head now. He's like, I don't want to be a part of this anymore.
Yeah,
I don't think he wanted to kill anybody ever.
He's still a creep because I can't like forget the stuff that he did with Yoko, where he was like creeping on her. But at the same time, like just in a sense that in the Yakuza, even though he's probably done a lot of bad things in the Yakuza, he doesn't seem as deranged as Kenji is. Kenji's killing people and is completely unaffected. This obviously bothers him, so he's never done anything like this in for what it seems like, never even witnessed anything like this. So he's been thrust into a whole different world, or I guess you could just say, like, you know, the old world of the Yakuza through Kenji.
Yeah. Yeah, not all criminals are bad people. Not all bad people are criminals. And I guess he kind of is one of those.
And now he's trying to take over this call girl service, which is
After
treading
he told
on.
his brother, "Oh, I won't do that."
Yeah.
Turns right around and does it.
Turns around. Do you see the.
He's got the fingers crossed.
Ladies really loving Satsuki right now.
Oh! Okay.
Instead of ladies love LL Cool J, it's LL Cool S for Satsuki.
I'm more of Jiraiya energy. That's not good. Never forget Jiraiya. Naruto character. Never forget.
Oh, okay.
Never forget Jiraiya wanted Naruto to use his sexy jutsu. Who was a 12-year-old boy at the time.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Ew.
that is kind of creepy.
Ew.
But that's the thing. So Kenji is going to start this call girl service business, and there's two things bad about this. First and foremost, the other Yakuza member who seems to be like at the same level as Ebi, he's a captain as well.
Mm-hmm.
This guy named Sonagawa, that's his line of business, so he's treading on his territory, which that's going to cause a eternal thing between the Yakuza if he keeps going on with this. And he's already killed one of his men, and he seemed to find out that at the end of the episode. So that's one bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Other bad thing is the first girl he wants to target is Misaki, who used to do bikini modeling. So, and we know now that she has a debt from her parents, which is why she works 2 jobs.
Yeah.
And why she was in that business in the first place.
Oh. I swear, Akira, he's going to get thrown into this somehow. Whether he finds out that they take Misaki, whether they, I don't know. The guy, Kenji tries to collect, and he just goes, "No, I ain't paying you shit." And then, I don't know. Something's going to come to a head here pretty soon. Well, maybe not soon, but it's definitely going to come to that point, whether it be through Misaki, or through this Kenji guy. Either or, it's going to be through Kenji, whether it be other means or whatever. But I knew he was bad news, and he's going to be the reason why Akira probably doesn't have a normal life anymore after this.
Is Ellie still here? Ellie, I'm sending something. I'm sending something to your DMs for as a thank you for the Aki thing. There you go. Coming in hot. Don't open that around your family.
Man, you get Ellie getting free dick pics over here?
Free.
Oh,
Just equal trade, equivalent exchange, like they say in
trading
Fullmetal
dick
Alchemist.
pics.
Well, no, but close.
The opposite of dick.
Yeah,
Butt pics?
you don't know what I got.
Booty pics?
Who's to say? You're not getting them, so don't worry about it.
Pain, suffering.
I don't even know who Aki is, so it's okay. If it was Daki, though, I think C would be crying.
It's a
So you
Street
would
Fighter
hide that from
character.
him.
You wouldn't like her. You want to see her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's exclude C Tactics.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. I'm gonna put it in the podcast chat.
Okay.
I'm gonna just use it. Hopefully, they just have a gif of her. Let's see. That's her right here.
All right, let's see this. Yeah, her hair's kind of weird. You're right.
I know.
I wouldn't like her. You're right. You know me.
C would love Jury, a dom, and uses
That's
feet.
interesting.
Sure.
I don't think so.
No, I feel like if out of all Street Fighter characters, it would probably be Jury for you.
Not true.
Emmy.
Look at that gift right there. See, what is that? What did you feel? I'm going to use it like an ink blot test. What do you see? See?
To load up Discord here. Phone. Head on over to the thing. Looking at the thing. That's a weird
She really
haircut.
is see, that's what I'm saying, but that's not the one that they were talking about. Jury's is her. This one.
I don't really have opinions on it.
He's saving it. He's saving the gift, y'all. He's saving it. He's saving it. I heard the clicks.
You heard the clicks? What clicks?
Oh my god.
It's all about Cammy.
Shout out to Cammy.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty much the episode, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, Ellie says she's so nice, guys. She's just like Docky. Proceeds to post GIF of, I guess, her feet. Then says, in all caps, my queen. Ellie propaganda.
No, he's saying what you would have said.
No, I wouldn't have said that.
Yep, he just literally just said it. That's what you would say, Dumby. Dummy. Docky is so nice.
Listen, Docky is just a complicated individual.
Proceeds to beat Nezuko. Oh shit.
Also, okay, so where do we think this whole
Or killed. I mean, he's not listening to his brother. His brother's telling him, look, I have a job for you. Just please wait till I get back and healthy and shit. But oh no. Oh hell no. He just can't wait until his brother gets him his job or whatever so that he can get acclimated. But I feel like this man is institutionalized and stuck in his old ways that he's never going to, fall in line or whatever. So, Kenji's going to end up killing more members of the Yakuza, and then that's going to be really bad for Kenji and the rest of the Yakuza. Especially the boss, who already is like, I don't trust this guy. Maybe something should happen. You think?
Yeah, I mean, this is a potentially big rift, he's shaking up everything. Now he's trying to take an entire business. Like, this is his line of business. So he's trying to take that away from him. And everybody, even like the lower level members, Takahashi and Kuro, are looking like, are the people okay with this? Because this is not our field where we make our money, so I guess we'll see how the big boss responds if he finds this out. But either way, it seems like a collision course with Kenji and Sanagawa.
Yep.
So.
Yep, exactly.
Or Sunagawa.
As Mike said in Breaking Bad, you're just a time bomb. Tick, tick, ticking away.
We had a good thing going, Walter.
And I'm not going to stick around for the boom.
We had Gus.
Well, I wasn't quoting that, but
I know.
Okay.
I know.
We had a good thing, you son of a bitch.
Come here.
You
Let me kiss
and
you.
your
Let me kiss
ego.
you. Mwah.
Oh, that must be
Your
the rudest thing.
avarice in your greed.
Mike, could you give me space?
We had a good thing going, Walter.
Your pride and your greed.
Let's go ahead
Your
and get
dick.
into the viewer question. I should say.
News? Oh shit, we got
Viewer,
some that'll
viewer.
never give you the blues. Now let's get ready for the KOA.
It's Miracle!
All right, so first in the news that we have, the faith of the world is at stake. You had to make Aqua laugh. What do you took of her? 1, the belly. 2, armpits. 3 beautiful feet. Now, while this question may seem very degenerate and it sounds like it has no purpose, this is a fact because this is KOA News where we only report the facts. 1 in 3 men, yes, 1 in 3 men say they prefer to tickle the armpits.
All right.
Well, to me, it's the
All right,
belly
yes,
or
yes.
belly or bust.
You're gonna tickle her bust, you sicko.
Well, no, the belly.
You said
Me-
belly or bust.
You gotta go for the
Yeah,
belly.
I feel like that's the large surface area. I feel like that's the spot you would go for if you're
That's
trying to
the-
make someone laugh.
That's also
Yeah.
the spot you want to touch on a female, more than likely. Like compared to these two,
I'll go with the armpits. Armpits are very sensitive, and you
they are
guaranteed to make Aqua laugh. The armpits would do it.
But it's
I feel
to
like
me, it's like you
some
start at the belly and then you move up to the armpits.
Well, I feel like with some people, if you do that subtly, it's either going to be that they're going to laugh or whatever, they're going to be squeamish, or they're just going to immediately like be turned off and like steal off on you or something. I don't know. I wouldn't go for that area if the fate of the world was on at stake.
Also,
Why did he
feet-
write beautiful feet?
Yeah,
You know why?
Like I feel like Aqua would laugh very easily with the belly. I don't think you need to move to any of the other two. Yeah, he just seems like a.
To make Aqua laugh, you probably wouldn't even have to tickle anything. Just belittle Kazuma, and she would laugh.
That's true. Next question: would you rather be mind broken by an ugly bat or by a bald, ugly man who is a bastard?
Yeah.
Or just
Wiz.
have whatever happened to Wiz happen to you? I think I'm picking
Well,
Wiz.
Yeah, I don't want to get fucked.
With an uncircumcised penis, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also an important factor.
Oh, fantastic.
Is it even?
Yeah, I'll just take the Wiz thing.
Next question. Out of these universes, which 3 would be a good fit for Luffy from One Piece? Demon Slayer, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Bleach, AOT, DBZ, or Naruto? I think DBZ would be pretty good for Luffy. He'd fit right in.
Luffy would fit really well in Dragon Ball Z.
I don't think... I'm always perplexed when Neon Genesis Evangelion comes up in these questions. Because I'm like, Luffy and Evangelion? That doesn't go... Luffy would be like, I gotta fight for my dreams! And like everyone around them is dying and crying and suffering and depressed.
It says which 3.
Oh, which 3?
Dragon Ball Z.
Naruto, DBZ, Bleach. That's what
I'll go with Attack on Titan and Bleach.
Oh, no, he would not be horrible in AOT, but he would not fit in AOT.
He would trip up all the Titans with his gum arms and legs.
He would gum pistol Titans' heads off their bodies.
Yeah, he would. And then he would bounce.
Yeah, he'd go Gear 4. Yeah, no, he would. He'd do pretty fine in AOT. Combat-wise.
I'm gonna go with Bleach, Dragon Ball Z, and Naruto. Even though I don't think either of these verses makes that much sense for Luffy.
There you go.
All
Next
right.
question.
All right. It's me. It's me. I will read this question here.
Okey-doke.
See Tactics, scoot out the way.
Oh, you
Thank
have 2 questions in a row.
Yeah. And I'll let you back in when you're done. This question is for EA and Saskia Savage. Which is your favorite army in Game of Thrones? Army of the Dead, the Unsullied, the Dothraki, or the Lannister army?
Dothraki.
Dothraki is pretty awesome.
Hey,
Army
they were
of the
just
Yeah. Just crazed, insane people. Army of the Dead was cool until, stupid trip mechanism that killed every single one of them. The Unsullied are just like people that are trained to fight, but Lannister army, no. Dothraki, I would have to agree with that. The next question for EA and Saskia Savage: who would you pick for Sansa Stark? Would you pick Joffrey Baratheon, Loras Tyrell? I don't remember who that was.
That's the
Ramsay
gay guy.
Bolton. Oh. Okay, Ramsay Bolton or Tyrion Lannister. I feel like we already know two already that were already with Sansa Stark.
This is the worst question ever.
This is. Especially because we already know what happened with her and Ramsay.
Who would you choose?
Joffrey.
Who would you choose? The psychopath, the gay guy, the rapist, or the midget? I think I'm gonna choose the midget.
Yeah, I think Tyrion would at least treat her better than all three of those people. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Tyrion. Back to you, Sea Tactics.
Which Shinron was your favorite between these three? Nuova, Ice, or Sin?
To be honest, I don't know the difference.
Yeah, I don't know these. I'm looking this up.
If they're
Mine
talking
is
about
Nuova.
the Eternal Dragon,
Oh, we're talking about GT. Yeah, I don't know them by name.
no. Sorry, I don't really. The only one I ever knew, there was a girl one, and then there was the main dude with the two horns, with the chin area or whatever. Other than that, I don't care for either of them.
Oh.
Sorry.
Omega Shinron. Side Shinron is Omega Shinron.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Or whatever, but he was like really nice to Goku and shit.
I don't remember anything about GT.
Yeah,
I think it's Ice.
skip GT out of my mind. I blank it. The only thing I remember is Super Saiyan 4.
And the deer suckling on Pan's nipple.
No, I don't remember that. Also, wording, verbiage.
No, that's literally what happens.
I don't want to know what happens further.
Well,
Next question.
Next question. Out of these four, who's the biggest pervert? Master Roshi, Sanji, Jiraiya, or it's Mineta? Fucking hate Mineta.
I don't think it's Mineta.
I mean, Master Roshi is a pretty big perv. But from what you guys say about Sanji, though,
Sanji was character assassinated into the fucking ground.
Who's the biggest pervert?
Master Roshi's pretty big pervert. I'm gonna have to go with him.
They went through Sanji's locker, and I think it was Chopper that went through it, and just he had only porn in it. Only porn. So he's a porn addict on top of being Sanji. It's crazy. Wild. Insane. Carp told me that there was a rumor that Sanji's VA told Oda to stop ruining Sanji's character.
And then he broke Oda's legs.
You know, Oda, that's probably his fetish. Watching One Piece, watching that anime, and reading that manga, I think I kind of realized Oda was just kind of cooked when I saw Rebecca. That's when I knew. I was like, oh, damn. He's fucked. But I'm still going with Mineta because I hate him. I hate him the most. I'm biased. Next question: who's the best antagonist? Oh, Saucy, you pick?
I don't know. I just know I don't think it's Mineta. It's just all three of them have something that's really bad. Like Master Roshi want to look at the panties of Boma, who was like 16 at the time.
Yeah.
Sanji has a lot of hits under his belt. And Jiraiya, like I already said earlier, him wanting Naruto to transform with the sexy jutsu, despite him being a 12-year-old boy. Yeah, I might have to go Sanji on this one. He has a lot of bad things. A lot.
A lot. He has a lot. A lot. Too much. It's so bad that he's kind of got a character redemption arc in Whole Cake Island, and that's not even enough for me. It makes it worse in some ways. But next question: who's the best antagonist? Muzan, no. Hisoka, Sukuna, or Aizen? It's not
Didn't we
Muzan
already
or
have this
Sukuna.
question?
We may have. But I'm going to pick Aizen out of these four because I don't know Hisoka, and I don't think Sukuna or Muzan are
Sure, let's do Aizen.
touching that
Mhm.
shit.
I'll go Aizen.
Who's your favorite quiet boy? Mash, Kinma, Todoroki, or Giyu?
Todoroki. Icy hot.
Yeah, I like Todoroki. I like Tomioka too. I like both of those. I think they're kind of equal, but I'll go Todoroki.
I go Kenma.
Last question. Kakashi from Naruto Shippuden is running the gauntlet. Where is he stopping? Choso, these are JJK characters. Choso, Jogo, Mahito, Fake Geto, or Sukuna?
He's owning Sukuna's ass. No.
I think he's beating everybody. Well, it depends on which Sukuna we're talking about, but I think everybody else. If we're talking about the strongest version of Kakashi that we possibly have, yeah, I think he's clearing the house. How? Mahito got beat by somebody that could just punch hard.
That's true. That's kind of true.
He didn't even use anything special. Like, Yuji doesn't even have a domain expansion. He still got beat by him.
Well, that is it for the questions. EA,
Yes, good sir.
let the people know where you are located.
I'm located at Everything Animated. Just here on my channel, close to 600 subs. We doing our thing. And by our thing, not a whole lot. We do have a lot of backlogs of stuff, so it's always fun. Today, I did post a brand new video here on this channel of King of Anime Podcast. It's very short. It's a nice little. Well, it uses Smiling Friends, so if you're a fan of Smiling Friends, definitely, watch the video. Watch it regardless. It's only like 45 seconds, and it's one of our clips, a good clip, one where C Tactics said he would open palm slap that bitch, and it was so freaking funny.
What was the context of it? It was someone's grandson or something like that?
We made up a scenario in our mind where Ellie was running a shop and he was talking to his grandson about getting with women. And we were saying, back in my day, we didn't have these websites to talk to girls or whatever. And I don't know, somehow you just said something about like him not getting women, and you were like, that's right, you would say Ellie would smack his grandson. He would open palm smack that bitch. And then we were both like, why would he do that? Because he just doesn't have any riz. It was just so funny and random, but it was one of the harder times I laughed on this show for sure. And check that out. I also linked the King of Anime podcast so that you know whenever we go live. Also have a Patreon, so if you ever want to check out our backlog of entertainment, it's all there. We have a whole bunch of neat little doodads here. KOA Video Gaming Special, Madoka Magica Rebellion for KOA. And me and Sasuke have our Drunken podcast where we talk about our drunken adventures and misadventures. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? We'll find out. You gotta subscribe. It's only $1. $1 stinking dollar. And that's all it is. So, yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that wonderful jazz, and we'll see you next time.
Satsuki, let him know.
Yeah, Sasuke the Savage. You can find me on my main channel, Sasuke the Savage. The Savage. As well as my channel on Twitch, Sasuke Does Savage. That's with a DA, not a THE. Where I stream every weekend, approximately 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whole array of games: Stellar Blade, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Raging Loop, Your Turn to Die. Not Your Turn to Die, but the game Your Turn to Die. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And on the main channel, I have some things planned. I really want to make a video about this romance series that I very much enjoy because of how unique it is to the genre and amid all the like romance with a whole bunch of tropes and whatnot in it. So I want to get started on that, but may bring back the reaction channel for that series with the dude in a tracksuit that shares a name with the company that sells cars. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that's me.
Oh my god, my Stream Deck software crashed again. And there may be more videos this week, who knows? Second channel where I cover Chainsaw Man every week, that's a thing. No new chapter this week. The bi-weekly devil is back and I hate it. That's about it. May have something this week. I am working on stuff, but I just don't know if anything else is going to come out this week. So that's that. Thanks everybody for coming out though. I appreciate it, and see y'all next week. Bye-bye.
Johnny.
Later.